Previously on Twin Portals.
SWOJ found themselves trapped in the heights of the Trades Ward as battle raged between the Waterdeep City Watch and the Zhentarim. The search for the second eye of the Stone of Galore brought Lark, Scoot, Zay, and Ilka to the inner sanctum of the mysterious necromancer, leader of the Zhentarim. In that lair, their meddling yielded surprising results, insights into the necromancer's schemes, magical treasures, and the return of Zilka, the not-living, not-dead corpse of Ilka Growlhund. SWOJ's hunt for the eye eventually reunited them with Squidly, the rebellious younger brother of their dead ally Thale. Squidly abandoned his criminal colleagues after SWOJ won back his admiration, revealing that he had nicked the marble-sized eye from a Zhentarim agent. He passed the eye to SWOJ as the group fled the chaos of the Trades Ward, leaving rainfall and exploding towers in their wake.
Okay.
All right,
Are we going to do the D?
let's
And
do
the
it.
D?
Do the D's.
All right.
I should do the D, and I was like,
The D&D.
Not that kind of show.
The double
Well, it
D's?
kind of is.
Everyone, we've all had a little bit to drink. So just a little, a tasteful amount. It's springtime and Grandma's Marathon in Duluth, Minnesota.
Yay.
Hooray!
So we're
Boom.
None of us
we
are running
all
it,
ran
clearly.
the marathon. We're
Running sucks.
Every one of
My
us.
legs are so tired. We're gonna play some D&D now. All right. So where we left off, you were all walking away like cool people from an explosion.
Yes.
In the rain in the Trades Ward of Waterdeep. We since decided on Discord that we would let a day or two pass by before we joined our heroes once again. So it is now the 1st of Tarsak, Fantasy April. The weather outside is sort of a light rain, kind of a partly cloudy day. Everything smells very fresh, like wet dirt or stone. And you've all had a day and a half to kind of recover and think and do stuff like, I don't know, learn new abilities. You know, work on your health.
celebrate rebirths.
Yeah. Mechanically, you're all level 5 now. Congratulations.
Yay.
Do we want to go through real quick what we did? I can cut it later if it seems too long.
Yeah, let's talk about what we learned and how we learned it. Who's going first?
I'll go first then. At this level, I get a few new mechanical abilities, which I enjoy. They have to do with speed. So Scoot's been, I don't know, he's been running around an awful lot, doing things for the short rest, probably running to get groceries, running upstairs to tend to things, running downstairs because he's upstairs now.
There's that area in the cemetery, the City of the Dead, called the Green Hill area, where he's been running. And
Yeah, just running for fun,
Yeah.
apparently. He's getting used to not being on a boat because he hasn't been on a boat in quite a while. So I actually now have an extra attack when I decide to attack per turn, and then I move 10 feet faster, which will help when we get dropped into a field by our DM and everyone's shooting shit from 300 feet away.
Great.
It'll take me 5 turns to get there instead of 6.
Nice.
I'm just going to drop you like on top of every monster from now on. Like, have fun.
And then I follow right after
Yeah.
on top of you.
Yeah. You got extra movement speed now. You won't be able to use it because you'll already be there.
That's going to be...
The conundrum of the barbarian.
Yep. You have another fight in a bathroom. All right. Everyone's within 5 feet of each other. Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
When Zay hasn't been following Lark around like a little puppy, when he's been napping, she has spent some time at the Emerald Enclave, meditating, seeking Lyrian, and learning how to dispel magic, and kind of communing a bit with the Feywilds, and has discovered how to conjure animals.
What spurred on the dispel magic? Like, is Zay feeling like she is like had enough of all this magic everywhere and needs to like get some control, or?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I was trying to think.
You think about it.
Conjure animals really kind of fits with Zay quite well, and dispel magic is, she's tired of not being able to help out the party as much as she wishes she could. So she's just taking defensive spells so that she can protect Lark.
Can I ask a question? Is she at all worried that once she conjures animals, it might get a little out of hand, and so she wants to dispel them right away?
Nope. The more the merrier.
Lark was recovering from his cloning process, so he's not -4 to all abilities anymore. And he's been practicing with Little Dinky, his new favorite thing to fiddle with.
He does that when Say's not around.
In his
She's with
room
a
or
man.
what? Like in public?
No, he's practicing in private.
Okay.
But one of the things that he's discovered, and I'm not exactly sure how he realized this, but because he spent years in the Deep Wilds and the Fey Wilds and the interplanar spaces where his soul was wandering, running away from scary things a lot, that his ability to dodge has carried forward into his new body. So he has uncanny dodge, which means that if an attacker that I can see hits me, I can use my reaction to half that attack's damage against me.
Very nice. And you also all have noticed with Lark that since he's been out in the sunshine now, outside of the Kolat Towers and the Necromancer's Sanctum, that Lark's hair has this sort of silvery sheen in the sunlight. Like it's very shimmery and almost like heroic looking, despite his patchwork pencil mustache. It's still striking.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think when I see that, I would probably say something to the fact, your clone seems older than you.
Exactly.
Is the shimmery silver hair mostly at my temples?
No, it's mostly on the tips of your hair. Actually,
Okay,
it's like
all
very
right.
1990s looking.
Yes.
Now I'm like frosted tips. All right.
Yeah.
I got foils.
I think I can get on with this. Sure.
Yeah. Also,
gonna
your
start a boy
jeans are
band.
huge. Like
Yes.
I don't know why the Necromancer did it that way, but yeah.
Fantastic.
Does he have like a really chunky hemp necklace?
And like leather bracelets all over. Yeah.
Awesome.
Gorgeous.
It's a Feywild thing.
Neat. Yeah, Ilka's inspiration is even more inspiring now. She spent some time really deeply thinking about her comrades and what music gets them going. And so that's more inspiring now. She also noticed that sometimes we blunder our way into death. And so she did some studying to learn a sort of a turtle shell that can go over all of us. Its fancy name is Leomund's Tiny Hut. Which is why it was really important to know if Scoot is medium or large.
I'm medium.
Do we want to call it Leomund's Tiny Hut, or do you want to give a different name, like Ilka's or Mordecai's, or whoever the inspiration was for Ilka?
In my head, it's a turtle shell.
Okay.
Like, I can make it look like whatever I want from the outside.
Yeah.
It is an opaque shell with a 10-foot radius that protects us from magic while we're inside it.
Wow.
But it looks like a turtle shell to me.
Awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. So dispel magic and a magic turtle shell.
Yeah.
Yertle's tiny shell.
Yertle's tiny shell. Done.
Based
I'm
on that
writing that
sidekick from the Ratman comics.
Right. Yeah.
Yertle the turtle. The turtle.
The turtle. That's right.
I didn't want to rip off Terry Pratchett directly, so that's better.
That's right where I went to.
Yep.
I was like, Tatooine.
And Zilka, for her measure, she's been staying inside the short rest in the cellar. I mean, the lower levels of the cellar. It seems like she doesn't like to be out in the sunlight.
Good to know.
Yeah, and she's been trying to practice the concertina, actually. She's having a very hard time because her tendons are falling apart.
Oh, no.
That's rough.
But she's trying to keep it going. So that's kind of where you find her at odd hours.
That's tragic.
Yeah. So on this morning, the first of Tarsak, you tell me who's awake first, but there is a crowd outside of the short rest when you wake up. There's a hullabaloo of different voices and sounds and people yelling and joshing each other outside of the doors. The inn's not open yet. Taga and Pog Waggletop are inside the main floor, sort of wringing their hands, wondering what to do about all these guests. Who wakes up first, or who would be around to deal with that?
Lark sleeps in.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be stumbling down, like that purple silver mop is just total bedhead. I'm kind of running a hand through it.
Yeah.
And if there's a crowd, are they a friendly crowd? They
Did
want
you peek out the window?
Yeah.
It looks like they're reporters. Like they have different like kind of like uniforms and pins and notebooks out.
All right.
Sending stones.
Cool. Ilka's gonna like sneak a glance out a window, kind of heavily sigh, and then firmly walk over to get coffee first before dealing with any of that.
Classy. Yeah, and Taga had a pot going, so
I'm pouring coffee.
yeah.
It's possible the coffee woke me up. I'm up and I probably started. You know what? Yeah, I'm up. I've been looking outside and seeing this crowd growing, but I just can't put two and two together. I don't know. It does. It's weird. Huh. All right. Back to work. And work is just polishing the bar.
Okay. The coffee is great. It's a local variety grown in the fields east of town. It's a company owned by the Zubers or funded by them. A little local coffee growing unit.
And the reason the crowd is outside is because the short rest is not open yet?
Right. It seems like they're waiting for someone to open the doors to get in. They're kind of jockeying for like the front position.
I've probably looked a few times.
There's at least 10 people out there.
There's about 10 people out there, and they're just reporters.
Yep.
Things. Okay.
There are also a lot of, well, I guess Zay, what are you doing?
I'd like to peek out the window and because like I'll have the noise woke me up, and I'm gonna try to get Sally to fly over to my window from her little hideout in the towers.
Yeah, and Sally's there, and she's been surveying this crowd like with a pigeon-like scowl. She doesn't seem happy about any of this. And there are a lot of birds outside. Like there are a lot of pigeons and crows and some ravens and like a hawk or two kind of perched along Troll Skull Alley, but especially on the short rest. And you've kind of been aware of them for some time. It seems like there's like more birds outside this morning too.
Sure. So I'm going to reach up and start kind of fiddling with the avian circlet that I have woven my hair around, which allows me to speak with animals at will. And I'm going to ask Sally, what are these people doing down there? Have you heard?
She says, well, my ears to the ground tell me that, I don't remember what Sally's voice was like.
That's really
Okay,
good.
good.
Yeah.
I think someone tipped them that you guys were involved in that tower thing, and they all want to know what your story is.
Oh, that's
so
good.
watch out.
I thought they might be here about Lark. All right. So I thank Sally, and I leave her some of my crumbs from breakfast.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just crumbs, huh?
Yep.
No eggs.
Pat her on the little head. I don't have any
Sally
eggs.
will remember
Come down
this.
later. I'll let Taga know to leave some eggs in your tower.
Eggs.
Wow.
That's what
Isn't that
Sally
what she
eats. Yeah,
likes,
she was
right?
eating eggs when we first got there.
Goddamn
Weird
right.
cannibalism ways.
We went dark early.
Yeah.
As long as they're not pigeon eggs. Yeah, exactly. It's a status thing.
And then I head down to the main area where Taga and Leaf are.
Mm-hmm. All right, so everybody is downstairs now, sipping coffee. And
Lark, did you come down?
oh, except Lark. Lark is sleeping
Yeah, Lark's sleeping.
Okay.
Sleeping in.
in his room.
Yep.
He's had a long night.
I'm looking out the window, just peeking over a few times, sipping my coffee, and I just say out loud, some kind of bird conference is going on outside right now.
Are you still in your room?
I figured I was downstairs.
Polishing the bar.
Polishing the bar
Okay.
and whatnot, yeah.
All right, I've had a couple of sips of coffee, so I'm going to beckon Zay and Scoot over and be like, Scoot, how good are you at keeping secrets?
Uh-huh.
Cool. We should not mention Lark, I think, to these reporters. If they come in and ask some questions, well, they all kind of think he's dead, and him being not dead.
yeah.
I was going to say, how willing are we to answer questions right now?
Yeah.
So should we ask Taga to keep Lark in bed? Do we want to avoid the reporters?
We could go hide.
We could send Zilka out. That would confuse them.
Yeah, the one who can't speak.
Yes.
Just be like,
Refuse to answer questions.
We could send one person to keep the story straight. That'll be less confusing.
There's like a knocking on the door. Some of them have seen you through the windows at this point, and they're like,
I go to the
Hey.
door.
trying to get in.
Taga, can you go upstairs and make sure Lark stays in his room?
Sit on him if you have to.
I go to the door. I open it up.
Okay. And there's a press of reporters that fill the room quickly.
No, I don't want him in.
Oh, you just open the door.
I
and
open the door.
fill it.
It's like this isn't like a full welcome in. This is just like a, 4 inches. You still got you need that thing where you got your foot
Gotcha.
down there so that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
yeah.
push the door open.
You lucky people. Ilka's going to be performing this morning. There's a 5 gold cover charge.
Can they hear you? at
Outside,
home?
there's just like a yelling and a pushing. They're like, hey, there he is. Hey, it's Scoot. Scoot Sparkles.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Back in action, huh?
You're here for the bird convention.
And you see there's like I'm with the Waterdeep Wazoo. I'm with the Stone Sentinel. I'm with the New Zork Times.
That's
Come on. Give us the scoop.
Well, there have been a lot of birds around today. This morning, there's a ton of birds.
Scoot, we heard that you were seen outside of the Colot Towers in the Trades Ward with 4 others. Is SWOJ back in action? People need to know.
That all sounds wrong. I don't think any of that's right.
What?
Just play it down. I wasn't anywhere around the towers at the time you're referring to.
But you know when it
Everyone-
happened though, you were connected to it.
No, I wasn't. I don't know what's going on. I'm supposed to read about this. Where's your paper?
Okay, because we heard from several City Watch members that SWOJ was seen in the Colot Towers. Can you confirm this?
I don't know what the soldiers said. The guards said. We probably know. Wait, I shouldn't say probably. And I'm saying all of this out loud.
Yes.
Still, I'm just rolling through. No, I shouldn't say probably. I should be more assertive. No. What?
Yeah, that's the story. There was a talking horse named Terry. We hear you're connected to him. He confirmed the suspicions that there was in fact a SWOJ presence.
Terry said what?
That's this hearsay.
Wait. Never mind.
You confirm?
How
Or deny?
drunk a horse talk to you, sir?
Well,
Or
yeah,
ma'am, you are offending me.
And then the reporter looks to his side, to one of his friends, and she's like, "No, it's Terry the horse. Everybody knows him up here." And he looks skeptical, and he's like, "Well, my associates say that Terry is the real deal, and so."
I turn to the back of the room and say, I think they're buying it.
I've moved behind the bar at this point and am liberally adding things to my coffee.
At this point, Scoot, as you're looking at the crowd talking to them, you see kind of in the middle of, like towards the back of the crowd, some more folks from around Trollskull have come out to see what's going on. And you see a familiar bright red hat kind of sticking out from the crowd, from a tall, mostly shirtless man, very good looking, who's kind of waving to you
Do I
delicately.
suspect this is Zardos?
It is Zardoz Zord, yes.
Okay.
Your friend.
As soon as I suspect that, I just like any facade I did have is dropped, and now I just start getting mad. And I do that thing. The relative that you don't want is here.
So Zay's been paying attention to his demeanor, and when
Yeah.
she sees this happen, she gets concerned, and
Okay.
she also steps out to see.
Like
what
wedges
has
in that one
caused
foot in the
this.
door next to Scoot's foot.
Yes.
So you're both like peeking out.
Yeah,
And you see this. You can't see Zardoz because you're lower to
Right.
the ground. But,
sure.
but they're like,
So
oh,
I'm
it's
concerned
Zay. Zay, where have you been all these months? Can you confirm these stories about the Colot Towers?
What are the stories?
What's the scoop? We heard that you were involved in some kind of gang crackdown.
That sounds exciting. Tell me more.
We were hoping you would.
I don't know anything about. Me and Squidly are in a gang.
The excitement of the crowd is starting to die down. They're like, these guys aren't telling us anything. Is this true? So wait, are you saying that SWOJ has not been active again? You were sighted in the docks ward as well. There are rumors of a dragon in the bay.
That sounds impossible. Isn't there a ward against dragons?
I don't know about that. I'm just trying to put the stories together, says this nameless reporter.
I think you should talk to Terry. He seems to know a lot.
All right. And he turns back. He's like, Mara, where'd you see that horse? And you see Mara Malora, the reporter that you talked to like 20 episodes ago. And she's like, oh, he was just down the street. He goes to the the Cranky Kobold Tavern. That's one of his favorite spots, right on the high road.
Is
He stands
Cranky
outside and
spelled with a
drinks from a
K?
bucket. Yeah.
Nice.
I said, oh, I got food poisoning there once. I wouldn't go there.
There's no comment on that. Mara's like, yeah, he comes there at least once a week on Sundays or Fantasy Sundays. I can take you there.
Yeah. I'm just confused why Terry isn't drinking from a bucket in our establishment. I'm a little offended now.
It's around.
I suppose everybody likes to venture out a little.
All right. Well, the crowd's starting to dissipate.
Okay,
at this
tell
point.
us when you learn more.
And Mara lingers, and she's like, "So you really there was no involvement? There's no story here." And she kind of gives you a discerning look, like,
How did it end up? So some towers blew up? Then what happened?
she says, "Yeah, the one tower blew up and landed on the other one, and then they both started to collapse, and we found all kinds of evidence of magical activity in the ruins of the tower, but the City Watch has kept it pretty cordoned off. So,
Oh, and are we glad that the towers fell?
well, I don't know. They took in a lot of hostages, a lot of criminals, Zentrum connections is the talk of town.
Oh, did people get hurt?
Some of the City Watch did, yeah, and some of the Zentrum as well. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Sort of like this whole City Watch crackdown has culminated in these towers exploding, and we heard that you were there.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm trying to decide whether I just want to take credit for the whole thing.
She's like, if SWOJ was there, this would put you back on everyone's radar again. I mean, the City Watch doesn't typically get that involved in Zentrum activity, but vigilante justice, that's a different story altogether.
I perk my head up. I say, good radar or bad radar?
Right? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
She says, well, I guess that depends on who you're talking to.
Okay.
How's Taga keeping me in the room?
What are you trying to do to get out?
Well, she's in there, right, to say that I shouldn't go, and I'm trying to decide how to react. So
she's just watching you quietly in a motherly fashion.
Oh. Well, I would hear the commotion and try to leave. Then what happens?
Oh.
I'm still inside the bar, so if you make it down the stairs, I'm going to try to intercept you.
She would put her hand on the door, like on the handle, and just like hold it tight so you can't turn it.
Okay, then I'm totally going to peek out the window and see what's going on.
Okay, yeah, and you can see this going down too. The crowd's starting to disperse. You see all the birds. And
My
Zardoz
face
in
is
the
like
distance.
pressed right against the glass, like with my nose pushed up and everything.
Yeah, you can open it too. Like it's got a little turny thing on it.
I do that too.
There's actually a balcony outside your room on the second floor.
I'm stepping out on the balcony to see what's going on.
Yep.
So,
And you see Zay and Mara talking down by the door, as well as Zardoz a few feet away.
Mara, so between me and you, the Zentrum, actually, we thought Lark was dead, but the Zentrum were holding him captive, and we exploded the towers to get him back.
She's like writing down furiously everything you're saying right now.
So you're
Nodding.
right. SWOJ is back together, and you get the exclusive.
Oh my God. So wait, the funeral was a sham funeral?
We didn't know it. We thought that he was gone the whole time.
Oh my God.
I'm going to jump forward, pull the door open, gesture up at Lark, and strike a giant chord on my concertina.
And all the birds take off at once. Except for a few of the ravens. They're too dour.
If I have a free hand, I'm going to throw some minor illusion and get a beam of sunlight on him.
Nice. Yeah, the clouds part slightly, it seems, up above you.
Mara, did you bring a photographer?
No, she starts sketching in her notebook a little bit. And says, "Oh my God, Lark! Well, I welcome back. SWOJ is back together. I can't believe it. Do you mind if I share the story? Is this public knowledge?"
He's going to take a little bit of time to recover, so we don't want him mobbed with adoring fans, but he would definitely accept beautiful letters.
She nods and says, "All right, it'll be in today's paper come sundown."
SWOJ is back. Back again. Tell your friends.
She says, "Thank you for giving me this exclusive scoop." And she like winks and like questioningly, like, right? Like if the Wazoo takes this and runs with it.
You take it.
And so you stormed these towers to rescue Lark?
Yep. Yep. We weren't gonna, and then.
Yep, we got a well-meant tip that he might be in there, a source we would not reveal, and we couldn't stand by and let him be alive and not back with us. I am bullshitting at this point.
I think the less we say about this, the better. We don't want to reveal our sources.
Yep.
Oh, understood. Well, You have my sending stone number. If you ever want to like disclose more information privately. And she kind of glances back at Zardoz suspiciously, and is like, you know where to find me. So, thank you. Welcome back, Lark.
I don't think I think Lark has been focused so much on Zardoz that he maybe hasn't heard any of this conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're just like waving and gesticulating.
Yeah,
and
I'm like,
posing.
Zardoz!
Silver hair is
Hi,
sparkling.
Zardoz! It's me, Lark. You might not recognize me because of my mustache.
Zardoz is just smiling casually, kind of twirling his mustache himself and nodding. And he starts to walk towards the door to come inside if you let him, Scoot and Ilka. Or Scoot and Zay. I guess the door's wide open, you said. You
Yeah, I threw it
so-
open and accordioned all over Lark.
Yeah.
Right.
Accordion all over Lark.
So he's going to walk inside and kind of beckon you to come with him, if you so choose.
As soon as everybody, I'm assuming everybody will eventually walk in.
Yes.
Tega won't let
We're
me
all
out of my
scribbling.
room.
Yeah, everyone's writing down
Yeah.
notes.
I'm
Okay.
like, but Tega, Zardoz is downstairs.
You hear shouting from upstairs as Lark struggles with Taga.
I gotta get down there.
Do I recognize the voices?
You do.
I don't care.
Taga is like an immovable steel wall.
I cannot
at the
get
door.
around her.
Quickly run upstairs and say, "Oh, thank you, Taga. The coast is clear."
She nods and says, "Good morning, Lark. There's coffee downstairs."
Lark's not quite sure how to, he takes a step towards the door.
And she opens it for you, like looming over the door frame.
He ducks and dashes through like he's expecting her to stop him again. And
Yeah,
Okay.
and she just quietly and slowly ducks under the door frame and steps through as well. Follows you back downstairs. Start making some food.
Yeah, and when Zardoz and everybody else gets in, I slam the door behind me, unhappy that Zardoz is here and that he's only casually acknowledged me. And so I say, "Excuse me, we don't open for another half an hour."
He says, "Oh, I apologize, Scoot. But you see, I just wanted to check in on my friends before we had a crowd around us."
We're fine. Everything's great. Thanks for stopping by.
And as you say that, he pulls a gun out from his vest and aims it at the window. And
Oh, hey, wait, with the gun,
and shoots a crow through the glass with a big pink flary kind of thing, kind of like the guns that he's given you in the past. Mm-hmm. And the crow immediately tumbles off the window, transforming as it goes into an imp, before like splatting against the opposite side of the alley through the window, and falling down.
Okay,
Dead.
A, that's illegal. B, you're gonna pay for that glass. 3, what are you doing here?
also,
says-
if you're that good of a shot with the anti...
Hi, Lark.
Hi, hey, hi. If you're that good of a shot, why do you keep giving us the gun? Because we're terrible shots, apparently.
He said, "I thought maybe you could use a lesson in how to use it."
Oh,
He's not wrong.
cold.
Yeah, I go. Yeah, that's not nice. We're trying our best. Now, what? Why are you here? Why is that here? And there's 2 more. Get them.
He says, "I just wanted to check on my friends. I heard that Lark had been rescued from the Zentarim," and he raises his eyebrows and like waggles them suggestively.
No, I was dead.
Lark was
they
rescued from the Zentarim.
We destroyed 2 towers to get him back.
He
from
was
them.
being
Well, I
held
was cloned
hostage
Wait, what?
by the Zentarim.
He says, "I'm
It's going to
very
be in the wazoo, so you know that it's right.
Lark catches on and really obviously winks with the wrong eye. Like the one that is facing Zardoz. Oh, right. Wink. I think even at least he says wink a little.
Yep.
Zardoz says, I need to apologize to you for what happened in the Xanathar's lair. I know it was chaotic. We saw an opportunity to strike, and you seemed like you were in trouble, and so we had already rigged the place with fire. We didn't expect it to go off so soon, until that tiefling set off the explosion. So I just wanted to...
Did you send Thale?
No, he says, I didn't. I had no connection. We were planning a strike on the Xanathar's lair. We had rigged the chandelier with black powder, and we were waiting for the right time to strike. I had an agent within the Xanathar's guild. All that is no longer important because it's all gone crazy, he says.
When you say we, are you talking about Regan Dareth?
I am. My people.
Your people.
So we still don't know. But Thale's the one who set it off prematurely.
Yes.
Do you have any idea who was guiding Thale to do that?
He says, if I had to guess, it would be that mind flayer that seemed to be pulling the strings in the Xanathar's lair.
Oh, I remember him. I speared him.
You did?
I did. Speared him right into a pool of the stuff that he came out of, so...
You didn't literally spear him.
It's a well-known maneuver.
Oh, the spear!
Yes.
Oh, my friend.
I didn't have a spear on me. Otherwise,
He
I
says,
would have
that
speared
is
him
one
with
way
the
to
spear.
handle a mind flayer.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yep. Took care of him.
Spear him
in
right through the press table.
that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But then I had to collect a bunch of dust and leave.
I see. Well, I just wanted to follow up with you. Lark, welcome back.
Thanks. Did you recognize me because with even through the mustache, you could tell it was me? Probably the
Says-
hat.
It was hard,
Yeah.
but after that, I saw you in the sunlight. I could tell that the mustache and the hat were very surprising and unexpected, and I thought I was looking at Rowan Crooks himself for a moment when I saw you through the window.
Lark sits down.
So imagine my surprise to hear that it was Lark that was back. Your hair looks amazing, my friend.
He can't even hear anything you're saying anymore. He's just
It's glowing.
yeah.
So Zardoz says, my friends, I am led to believe that you are in the possession of 2 of the eyes of the Stone of Galore.
Led to believe by whom?
That is between me and my hat. He says, taking a little bow and winking.
If that were accurate, what would that change about our interactions?
He says, oh, nothing. I'm very excited for you. I'm excited to see how this pans out, and if you can get your hands on the third eye, and if you will take it all the way to the Vault of Dragons. And if you still intend to share it with the city of Waterdeep, as we discussed months ago.
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much the plan. That sounds accurate.
Only thing I've been thinking about.
If that were true.
Lark is recovered. So I heard what you said. Do you have an idea of where the Vault of Dragons is? Do you know where the third eye is?
He says, no, I believe I know where the third eye is. I
Really?
believe it's in the possession of the Cassalanter family.
All of your hints are things we already know.
I was just thinking that.
The last time you gave us a hint, you said that it was somewhere in Waterdeep.
He says, I try to lead you on the right path without just giving you all of my cards up front. He says, here's what I know. Full disclosure, all cards on the table.
Uh-huh. I say out loud.
He says, I don't want to get mixed up in the Cassalanter's business. I'm trying to keep a good face among the nobles of Waterdeep. However, SWOJ has been under the radar for a long time up until this morning. I think you might have some luck if you were to sneak into their villa during the daytime. He says, the Victorio and Amalia Cassalanter are currently preparing for a Founders' Day feast in 1 week. They're inviting many of the richest nobles and the poorest of Waterdeep to celebrate their prosperity. You see, the Cassalanters have recently come upon a windfall of money after striking diamonds in a mine north of town near Amphale. And they've been brokering deals using these diamonds with both the cities of Neverwinter and Waterdeep and making, I assume, endless amounts of money off of it. So why they're even still interested in the Vault of Dragons is beyond me. But they're holding on to this eye. I believe it's somewhere in their villa. And I know that they're mostly away from the manor during the daytime preparing for this feast. I also know that it gets considerably more dangerous in that manor around midnight.
Why?
Oh.
He says, I'm not sure why. I think, based on your past experiences, you could guess.
Do you remember we encountered something, Lark?
I did,
In
but I
the
didn't
dead
know
of
that
night?
that would have to do with midnight.
I think by the time we crawled our way up there, it was nudging towards midnight.
Oh.
It took a couple false starts of jumping out a window.
Yeah.
Or, yep.
Okay. Okay, nice. What do we know about Founders' Day? Is that a thing we would know about?
Yeah, all you Waterdeep locals would know that that's kind of like the day where they celebrate the foundation of Waterdeep. It's like the day when the city was first inaugurated centuries ago by Agarin the Wise.
Okay.
And do we think that the all the guests, regardless of their station, would mingle?
That's the intent, Zardoz says. He says, I think the Cassalanters want to make it a show of their benevolence, of how they care for everyone in the city, and by inviting people of all stripes, friends, enemies, poor, rich. They're quite popular these days.
We did, in fact, crash one of their parties already.
We had invites.
Invitation,
We had
yeah.
invites.
That's true.
All right. Thank you for this information, Zardos.
He nods.
I would like to ask for a friend of mine, and definitely not me because I can't remember. Were the Cassalanters at the trial?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
There was some fallout after the trial, but they sort of, where the Graalhoons sort of took the brunt of that fallout. The Cassalanters kind of skirted any issues, right?
That's right. Willifert got arrested, their major domo. And
Okay.
so there was a connection there, but what the follow-up was to that whole deal, you don't really know.
Okay.
We should ask Mara.
Okay. Thanks, Zardoz.
He nods. And as he smiles and just asks you general questions about, like, you know, how have things been on Troll Skull Alley? How do you intend to, like, you know, make a big deal out of yourselves again? Or are you keeping it, like, low key, you know, as time goes by?
We're keeping it super low key.
I see.
You're the only person who knows that I'm not dead.
Until tomorrow.
Why? What happens tomorrow?
It
Front
hits the
page of
newspapers
Wazoo.
that SWOJ is back.
I thought we were keeping a low profile. That's I've been growing out this mustache so that I'm incognito.
It is super effective. But in
Good
case it
news,
isn't.
it is no longer necessary.
Well, I'm not
Zardoz
shaving
leans
it.
forward and
I've been
says, "Do you need me
growing this for years.
to bury a story or what?"
Apparently not.
All right. You hear like a squawking and a flapping and commotion coming from outside that window where the imp went flying.
Yeah, Zardos, are those your imps?
He says, "No, I believe they're agents of the Cassalanters. Case in point."
Who are keeping an eye on us through the window with imps, disguised as birds.
Right.
Yeah, they were the only things that didn't get scared off by the loud noise.
He says, "I want you to know that I've had 3 agents posted around the short rest for the last few months.
Oh,
So you felt like you've been safer than usual here. That may have helped."
Oh, nice.
much appreciated.
So
course.
many birds in this part of town.
He says, "I think Felrek likes it here, and Felrek leads a contingent."
Oh, we
Okay.
like Felrect.
Is it Amalia Cassalanter? Is that her name?
The female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amalia. Okay.
Vitoro and Amalia, who is not like Romalia Haventree.
Yeah, it's a
Correct.
different. It's a different. Okay.
It's an R-E, Remalia, and Amalia.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
wave to
X's.
one of the imps and say, "Hi, Amalia. Oh, we're still working on your case."
Oh,
They
like
stopped
through the window,
paying
you're like
us,
looking
right?
at a raven in the
Yeah,
distance?
like I'm
I
trying
see.
to send a message through the spy imp.
"Hi, Amalia. We're still working on your case."
Yeah,
The imp just stares at
it's
you.
me, Lark. You might not recognize me because of my mustache
And frosted tips.
and frosted tips.
I'm going to start playing Mbop on the concertina.
The crow looks perplexed.
Oh,
That one might just be a crow. Lark.
I don't know why I didn't consider that. Just assumed all the birds
What
were
happened to
spies.
the one that got shot and turned into an imp?
Oh, it's being devoured on the ground by pigeons led by Sally right now. They are shredding it.
oh my God,
That's rough.
It's
insane.
terrifying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's been training these attack pigeons?
It looks like Sally has like silver talons. It's weird.
What?
Like,
Oh, she's evolving.
Going on?
yeah.
When did you say when the it's Founders Day feast on Founders Day?
It is, yes.
Okay, which is the 4th of Tarsak.
Not the nearest
No,
Monday.
it would be the the 11th of Tarsak.
Okay.
A 10-day from now.
Not writing this down.
Great.
But you would know that. It's like July 4th.
Sure. I just wasn't sure if the Founders Day feast was going to be on Founders Day or.
Yep.
You know.
It
Nearest
is.
Monday.
They're
Near-
going
the
for
nearest
full media attention.
Okay.
Lark, have you been in the moonlight since you've been
No,
back?
I've mostly stayed inside because I thought we were keeping a low profile.
So we don't know if the curse came through or not yet.
No, I guess not.
I
That's
cannot
pretty
conjure
right.
moonlight.
Oh, I guess I can.
Test it out.
Drop a third level spell on him.
Yeah.
Right?
We're just
Okay,
gonna
great.
find out if this hurts you or not.
Yeah.
Well, Zardos says, well, I hope you keep
Oh
me
shit,
abreast
Zardos is
of-"
still here.
Yeah. Hi, Zardos.
He turns around and says, well, I have affairs to attend to with the Lords of Waterdeep, so if you excuse me.
If Zardos, if you could nudge and encourage the story that Lark was held hostage and has been recovered alive.
Very well. I suppose you want his parents to know that too? He says, glancing at Lark.
Oh, probably they should hear that from him personally.
Right.
Very well.
Couldn't hurt.
Side quest.
Either way, he says, I'll be down at the Sea Maiden's Fair if you need me.
Hey, do you have any more of those doppelganger pistols?
He says,
Do I still have
how many has he
one?
given you at this point? Like 5?
So many.
I
Yeah.
got one at one point, I think, during the arena.
He like pops a case out of the bottom of his vest and slides it over the table, nearest table to you, and opens it like in one gesture, and it's got like 4 little cartridges in it. He says, you can reload them. There's a little screw at the base of the pistol.
That would have been helpful before.
Yeah.
He says,
Okay.
these aren't easy to make. You might be surprised.
It seems like there's a lot of them around, so I assumed the opposite.
Well,
I'll take the refill cartridges, but I don't have a pistol.
Scoot has a pistol?
I thought I did that I never shot, and I'm fine with that. I'm just... I checked the bag of holding and give it a quick shake
did
to
Ilka have one too?
settle
I
it.
feel like?
Yeah, in the trial.
I pulled it out and fired it, but I didn't have any cartridges.
After that, yeah.
I don't know if I would have kept the empty.
Okay, I sorry,
Well-
I didn't mean to cause a distraction. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the refill cartridges.
He nods. It says, just remember who helped you.
Zardoz.
That's right. And he waves to the people out on the street as he goes, shakes their hands, gives a couple hugs. Seems like people know him up here.
Play kind of a sea shanty number as he's going down the street.
Cool. The Zellerman.
Yes.
So we have a 10-day until the Cassalanter party.
Well, did he suggest? I think he suggested we try to find a way to sneak in. I could offer to babysit their children.
I had the same idea.
Half orcs make the best nannies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we
So-
got lots of opportunities,
Yeah.
I guess. We got a few days here, so if we screw up opportunity one.
So you're thinking we're supposed to go there before the Founders Day party?
I think so.
Okay.
Zardos mentioned that because they're planning for the party, they're away fairly often.
Okay.
And until this newspaper story drops, not everyone knows we're back, so we might still have a little element of surprise
I like it.
So we should go right now.
today. But not during the night.
Yeah, it's getting close to like 11 a.m. right now. The sun is high. It's warm. The clouds are starting to clear up.
Let's go.
Before we leave, I beckon to Sally and try to get her to come down to me.
Okay, she's outside, like bossing
Eating
around the other
imp.
pigeons. So
Okay.
yeah,
I touch
She
my
looks at you.
circlet and yeah.
her
Hey,
head
Sally.
twists
Hey
violently.
Sally, do you have any oh gosh, what do people call the like right hands of the Godfather? The
Like the
Godfather.
consigliere,
Yeah, do you have any consigliere you can
pigeon
send with
consigliere.
me on a mission?
She says, well, as it so happens,
Good feathers.
Yeah, I know a crone by the name of Bika Bratzi. Bika. Just call him Bika. He can provide some Overwatch if you like. I don't know how good he is with people stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. Could you introduce us?
Yeah, she jerks her head, and from up above, this big, like, raven, like, 5-foot wingspan,
Dang.
just kind of lands on the ground. Totally nonchalant, doesn't even look at you. Just kind of chills, watches the proceedings.
I cast Speak with Animals at Bika and introduce myself.
What do you say?
Hi, I'm Say. We need your help.
Bika says, whatever Sally wants.
Sally wants.
Whatever Sally wants. That'll be his voice, I guess.
All right. There will be unlimited eggs for you to bring to her at the end of this mission.
He says, that's a Sally thing.
I know, but they're for you to bring to her.
Collard greens for me.
Collard greens it is. Just got some in my CSA.
I'm vegan. To be specific.
It sounds like the healthy bird thing to do.
I agree.
All right.
I'm here. Let's go.
Excellent.
What's the mission?
When we get to the Cassalanter estate, I'm hoping you will scout for us.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah, Terry is nowhere to be seen right now. It's just the four of you standing near the entrance to the short rest. Sun is high.
And the Cassalanters are in Castle Ward?
The Sea Ward west of you. It's a short walk, like maybe 20 minutes.
Well, it's a nice day for a walk.
Yeah. It's a brisk first of Tarsock.
That's right.
It was raining earlier, but now it just smells nice. Let's walk.
I guess it's technically Tarsock Fool's Day in Waterdeep right now.
Oh, snap.
So whatever that means to you.
Annoyance.
Zardos was just kidding the whole time.
Yeah, Jay playing.
We're walking into a trap.
Yep. So as you get closer to the Cassalanter Villa, the three of you, minus Zay, all see a massive raven kind of fly over the establishment and then land on Zay's arm or shoulder and just start cawing into her ear softly. And what Bika is telling you, Zay, is that it seems like the place isn't very well guarded right now. There are several smaller ravens perched around the main garden, as well as many butterflies. But as far as guards, there's 2 by the main gate, a couple on each of the towers, and he doesn't know about inside the buildings.
Thank you, Bika.
Says, you got it.
Okay. It doesn't seem like it's very well guarded right now. So how do we want to try to get onto the grounds?
Well, there was the rear entrance that we left through to avoid the press when we were there at the party last time. We could try to go back in that way. If we could talk to the kids, we might be able to get them to let us in if they're home. We could just walk right up to the front door.
I like the rear entrance idea because that's kind of where like the kids were playing too, right?
Yeah, in the backyard, yeah.
We had a dog last time.
Yep.
That's true.
It's sad.
We left that dog body behind one of the bushes on the Cassalanter property, so it might still be there.
Zay, can you look like a dog?
Actually, yeah, I can. I could turn into. I always picture Terry as a golden retriever. Did you guys too? Yeah, right.
I think that was canon, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I will. I transform into a dog, a golden retriever specifically.
Like the same size as the
Can I? If
raven
there's
near you?
no such.
Yes.
Should I look it up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You've seen one, been near one.
Okay. So as much as I can, as much as I can I communicate with the raven anymore?
I think so. Yeah. I'll double check,
so.
but we'll say yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to start leading the way towards the gates, using my powerful sense of smell to see if I can smell any like things sticky that would be children.
Sure. So the back door is like a stable door, and there is one guard standing outside of it right now, wearing Cassalanter livery. It's got a big emblem of like a downward-facing swan.
I'm gonna sort of like tentatively move towards him with like my eyes as big as possible to gauge his reaction, hoping that he's gonna be very excited to pet a puppy.
Roll persuasion.
If a dog walked up to me with his eyes opened as wide as possible, I would run the other way.
Foaming at the mouth.
15.
Yeah, he's super into it. He like bends down immediately and is like, "Oh, who's a good girl? Who wants some scritches? Come on in, come on in." And he looks around to make sure nobody else is like watching while he's kind of derelicting his duties. But he's really into like whatever you let him do.
I'm gonna start kind of like panting and nudging him to try to get him to think that probably he should get me some water. Like, oh, I'm just so thirsty. I'm thirsty doggy.
Okay. He rolled pretty low on his insight check, so he's like, "Do you want some water? Come on in. In the
And I'm gonna
stable, we have some
wag
water."
my tail.
And he kind of guides you into the stable where there's like a couple carriages parked, and there's like a big water trough for the horses, and he leads you over to it.
Okay.
It's full of water.
I'm gonna lean against him and just wag my tail so much anytime he gets near me or touches me that he won't want to leave me alone for a while.
What do the rest of you do while this is happening?
We've been sneaking over towards the door,
Yeah,
watching the guard as carefully as we can.
Yeah, try to get through.
Yeah.
Roll stealth, please.
Are we considering this a woodland area?
I would say no, not yet.
Then a 16.
Okay.
9 on Ilka.
13 for Lark.
Okay.
I quickly start point my nose opposite of the direction of the gate and start looking intently and barking like I see something away from the gate.
How far away is she?
Indoors, inside the villa, or outside?
Inside the villa by the water trough.
Okay, because there's a couple doors between this carriage house area and the actual gardens and stuff. So you'd be facing a door, basically, barking at it.
That as long as it makes him look at that instead of behind me at the less stealthy friends.
So he looks at that, and who rolled a 9, Ilka?
Yeah.
You hit a broom or something as you're going in, and it clatters down. And he seems like his attention is split. He looks back and doesn't see you as you guys kind of sneak around this carriage and you're outside of his line of sight. But he sees the broom on the ground and pauses, looks back at the dog that's barking like crazy in his stable, and is starts cursing to himself. He's like, "Fuck! If somebody's gonna come over here and see what's going on, oh my god!" And he's like, "Get out of here, dog!" And he turns back to you, Zay, and he's like, we got to clean this up. Come on, get out."
Okay, I roll over on my back with all my paws in the air, and I'm just like.
And he's like, come on, more scratches. We got to go outside, and then we can get more scratches. Okay, come on. He's trying to coax you over. Meanwhile, you guys can move wherever you need to. Towards
the gate with him, and then my intent is to, at the last moment, run off towards an inner circle, to try to get through whatever the next layer is.
Into the building towards the garden.
Yes.
All right. So the rest of you, are you sneaking towards through the carriage house towards the gardens?
Yeah, through whatever door he was guarding.
Okay, so you all made it through at this point.
Yeah.
To the gardens. You see it's a sunny day. You see the 2 kids off in the middle of this big villa, surrounded by hedges and butterflies, playing with some little dolls in the grass, near where you buried the dog. And and yeah, as you're kind of taking this in, nobody seems to notice you. There's a couple guards up on the walls, not facing you. You hear this commotion behind you as this golden retriever comes sprinting out of the carriage house past you into the gardens.
Do I see the children?
You do, and these 3. You have maybe a round before this guard comes out too.
Okay, I run towards the children, meekly, so with my head down, so that I don't look scary, and just get as close to him as I can and roll over on my belly. I mean, on my back to expose my belly.
Okay. And the kids immediately are like, "Oh, it's another puppy! Oh my gosh, it's a puppy!" And the boy is much more kind of passive and quiet and seems a little bit scared, but the girl Elzarina is just all in, on top of you, already pulling your hair and scratching you and just really into it. And the guard seems to pause for a second and look around for a caretaker. He doesn't see one anywhere, and so he looks a little bit confused about what to do. The rest of you, how do you react as this goes down? The guard doesn't immediately notice you outside of this carriage house.
I'm going to throw a minor illusion of a hedge in front of us.
Nice. The Macbeth.
That if he looked back, he would just see about a 7-foot tall lilac bush.
All right. And you're just going to stay put? Or...
Yeah, for now, I think.
Okay.
I saw what Ilka was doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with the group, waiting to figure out where we're going next.
Great. So the guard just sort of checks himself. He looks down at the dog and asks the kids, "Are you sure you're all right with this? Where is your caretaker?" And they're like, "Oh, she's inside. She's waiting for us. Don't worry." The girl's kind of bossing him around, Elzarina. And he's like, "Well, all right, I got to get back to my post, but, don't let the dog inside. It's got to stay outside. And they're like, yeah. And he walks back. He kind of looks at the lilac bush, confused for a minute, reaches out, almost touches it, and then scratches his head and just shakes his head and goes back out to the stable. You do see, as this is all going down, well, I guess, what do you do next now that you're all out there with the kids?
I stand on my back 2 legs and I give Elzarina the huge lick on the face.
Nice. She's super enjoying it. And she says, I'm going to name you Mimsy.
Mimsy it is.
I think Zay just got adopted.
And you're going to be our best friend, and you're going to come inside with us, and we're going to go on adventures. And I'm going to ride you. Like a knight. Because you're a big steed. And the boy, whose name I keep forgetting right now, Terenzio, is like, Elzarina, I don't think Mom and Dad are going to like it if you bring a dog in the house. We're going to get in trouble again. Come on. And
I walk up to him and I kind of put my head and I like under his hand to try to get him to like.
And he like jerks away. Like he's not very social.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, I don't want to play knights anymore. This is we're in trouble.
I'm just going to sit and look at them attentively.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
Is the lilac bush between us and the kids?
Yes.
Okay. And the house, can we get to the house without, like, the lilac bush doesn't cover our path to the house.
Right. You could keep conjuring lilac bushes.
Yep.
But
It is
gets
currently
suspicious
stationary as a cantrip.
Right.
I could spend a spell and make one that will travel with us.
Which wouldn't be suspicious at all.
Correct.
The Metal
A
Gear
walking
Solid treatment. Yeah.
lilac bush.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to step out from behind the lilac bush and wave to Elzarina and Terenzio.
Okay. And Elzarina waves back and says, hello.
Hi, nice to see you
Friends.
again.
Yeah. Are you here to go on adventures with us?
Maybe later. That sounds fun. It's been a long time since we saw you, but we brought our dog back.
She says, do you want to play ghosts?
How do you play ghosts?
Well, that's where I chase you, and if I touch you, you become the ghost, and then you have to touch other people because you possess them. So I'm going to try to possess you, and then once you get possessed, you have to try and possess me.
Okay, can my friends play?
You have friends?
Yeah, everybody came.
I also peek out from behind the lilac bush.
Oh my gosh! Hey!
I walk through the lilac bush.
And she's like, whoa. That was really cool. Hey, since you guys are all here, maybe we can sneak around and play ghost inside.
Okay.
Ooh.
That sounds fun. Are there good hiding spots inside?
Yeah, she says. Yeah, I mean, we don't usually play inside because Mom and Dad don't want us to, but they're not home right now. So, I mean, Terenzio might not say it's a good idea, but we could go into, like, we never get to go into Dad's office or, like, the wine cellar or, like, the attic.
I mean, if we're just playing, it's probably fine, right, Terenzio?
Terenzio's like, he
I
doesn't
mean,
really.
you make the call. We'll whatever you think is probably the best way to play, Terenzio. We'll do that.
He's like, okay, but I don't want to be the ghost.
Okay. How do you normally pick the ghost?
It's Elzarina. At least in the beginning.
Okay, I'm fine with that. And if you don't want to take a turn with ghosts, that's fine. I like being the ghost too sometimes. I've never played this game before, but I've played games like it.
Okay. Well, the door is over there to the kitchen. So Elzarina says, I'll be the ghost first. So if you guys want to get a head start, this is Mimsy.
Oh,
Hi, Mimsy.
hi, Mimsy. And then is Mimsy playing or what?
Mimsy, are you playing?
I go and I stand as close to Terenzio as he'll let me.
And he lets you, but he doesn't like to reach out or anything.
And then do you count Elzarina or how?
He says, yep, I count to 13 because that's the ghost number.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Mimsy, you're on Terenzio's team. Help him find a good hiding spot.
All right, we're ready. Cover your eyes.
Okay. And she ducks down to the ground and covers her eyes and starts counting. And you all see as this goes down that all the crows that were in the garden have all taken off and flown away.
Oh, shit.
So
This
that's a
game
thing.
better go fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are the odds those were just crows?
All right.
Yeah.
I take off running for the house.
Okay.
I follow
One,
Lark, but I catch him because
2,
I have 40 feet of movement now.
Oh,
4.
how are you so fast now, Scoot?
And Terenzio goes into the house if you follow him, Mimsy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's walking, and he goes. Let me look at my map here.
Trenzio, I feel like he sees things.
Yeah. He makes a point right to go into the through the kitchen into a hallway, and you've kind of been through these areas before during the big party earlier. This is where like you played that big gambling thing in this kind of mess hall area. And you go into this door that was previously locked, and he points at it and says, "This is my dad's office. It's locked normally, but he keeps a key under the rug here." And he pulls it out, and he opens it and invites you in. He's like, "I'm gonna lock it so no one can find us."
I follow.
I don't think that's cheating, is it, Mimsy?
I just wag my
Can I hide in
tail
there
at
too,
him and run in.
Terenzio? That's like the best spot. If I hide in a different place than you,
He says, "Okay, but you got to be really quiet."
okay, I can be super quiet.
Okay.
I zip my lip. Zip.
And he locks it. What about Scoot and Ilka? What do you guys look
As
for?
soon as I get in, I'm looking for a staircase. I'm looking for an upper level.
An upper level. The upper level, the staircase going up towards the ballroom where the stuff went down is like very central right by this locked door. It's kind of this main antechamber with a staircase and several doors leading out to the coat room and the entrance and the library and other places. So you see a staircase and go up to the ballroom. It seems like it's under renovations since everything got smashed 3 months ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. You do hear like footsteps in the house. Like you're not alone in here, obviously. You don't see anyone immediately when you go inside.
Okay, I'm being
There's somebody
very...
on the third floor walking around for sure.
I'm looking for something like a library.
Okay. There is a library on the second floor. It's kind of like you go up the stairs and then there's the ballroom and a couple of doors behind you, and you peek through those doors and see like more rooms. It's a big mansion, but one of the doors is a big double door that's open, and inside there's this kind of Beauty and the Beast style library with all these shelves, and it's a mixture of books and jars. It's like kind of magical looking.
Yeah.
And that's what you see as you run inside. Scoot, what about you?
So we all kind of got into the house together.
Yeah.
Okay. Justin and Mimsy and Terenzio went into the office and locked it.
Right.
Okay. And Ilka went up some stairs.
Right.
So now Scoot is looking around, wondering how he ended up alone. Just like all of a sudden everybody's gone.
And you hear a 13, here I come from outside.
I look for a door. I'll probably even try the office door.
Okay,
Not
you guys
even
hear-
putting
you guys
together,
hear
and just
banging.
not a lot, just like a quick. Oh,
Starting to panic.
that doesn't go. Now whatever's closest.
Trenzio's like, that's not Elzarina. Closest?
Whatever's nearby.
Yeah, there's a coat room.
Coat rooms,
Where you all
broom
stored your stuff
closets,
before. Yeah.
anything like that. Now a coat room's perfect. Are there coats?
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, there's like muddy footprints and like gardening supplies in there. It's obviously gets a lot of traffic from the guards and groundskeepers too. It's not like the fancy mudroom.
Do I put the? I probably the footsteps would clue me off that maybe this isn't the best spot to hide then, even with the possibility coat. So
Yeah.
I would close that.
And you actually see through like a small window on the wall that there's a guard sitting outside. Like
Oh,
he
no,
could
no,
see
no.
you if you looked in.
I
but
don't
his
like
back is to you, sitting on a crate, just kind of chilling.
I'd probably stifle it and then slowly Pink Panther backwards my way out.
Okay. All right.
And then I look for a different door.
And you all hear the
And I try the office again, and it's still.
Trenzio's like, maybe we should just open the door and let him in. He's super noisy.
And now I say shit. And
Okay, and Trenzio's like, okay. And the door opens.
I've already turned my back, and I'm moving towards another door.
I reach out and try to grab him by the back of his strap.
Okay. And you pull him in. And you all fall into a
in
pile
here.
inside the room with the door
She's
open.
gonna find us.
And Zay jumps on top.
And then you hear Elzarina say, I see you. And she comes running.
I kick the door shut.
And you hear a, well, okay. I'm going to roll
And-
a dexterity save. She you hear a, and then she's like, open the door. And she turns the knob and opens it. And touches you, Scoot.
Ah!
Scoot.
I make a slow motion of getting up. It's like, oh, you got me. I'm
You're too slow.
stalling
I would
for
like
time.
to have been
If only you
hiding
had-
under the desk
Okay,
this whole time.
nice. If only you were faster, big guy, she says. If only you had plus 10 movement speed or something.
They left me alone.
Burn from
So this room, now that you're all in there, and it's slowed down a little bit, there are like tall stacks of legal tomes and ledgers atop a solid mahogany, like rich mahogany desk. There's a big suit of bronze armor holding a great sword behind the desk, similar to the big suit of armors you just saw recently. Yeah, and then there's like a locked drawer on the desk. That's the kind of stuff that's in here. It's Victoro Cassalanter's office. If you have any immediate actions you want to take, otherwise we'll jump to Ilka.
If I kind of look and see people wanting to be able to search, so now I'm going over the rules and regulations of being a ghost and how that changes my role in the game. Trying to occupy the kids.
For what it's worth, the kids are like, they forgot about the game already. They're just looking around this room because they never get to go in here. And they're like, oh, look, it's all of Dad's stuff. I wonder what's on his desk. They're like peeking around the drawers, trying to open them and touching the armor.
And I probably wouldn't even be clued in that they might be working for us at this point and still focused only on the rules of the game. So while they're opening drawers, I'm right over their shoulder still asking them about, well, what's a good thing for a ghost to do? What's a bad thing?
You got to count to the ghost number first.
Okay, and ghost number, and I just keep...
She's like, it's because the Ghost King originally sent out 13 ghosts, and each ghost had a different adventure, and they all came back, and he had to count them all again. He counted 13, and that's why there's 13. That's the ghost number.
Cool. What was the first? What was the first ghost adventure? Tell me about that.
Oh, she's like, can we do this later? I'm bored. She's like, can you open my dad's desk?
Let me try. Although, do we want to see what has happened with Ilka first?
Yeah. Okay. So Ilka, in the library, it smells like old parchment.
Favorite.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. It's richly adorned. There's colorful leather-bound books. There's like one of those rolling ladders to get to different books along these tall shelves. There's a big, like 10-foot tall portrait of Victoro and Amalia Cassalanter that always seems to be watching you as you move around. It's beautifully painted, very Renaissance. There are several jars on the southwest shelf containing like swirling lights.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what you see immediately. It's quiet in here.
Neat. As I listen, does it sound like there's anyone else in here moving around or talking?
A faint sound coming from the jars themselves. Like some of them are humming slightly or like buzzing or rattling, jingling.
All right. So I'm going to use detect magic and hold it for its duration and just wander through the library. So this will sense presence of magic within 30 feet of me. And I'll see a shimmery sort of aura around any magical object. So I'm just walking, maybe climbing ladders. I can do this for up to 10 minutes, exploring the library looking for anything magical.
The main source of magic in this library is actually these jars. You do find as you're exploring around, roll perception. Real quick.
12.
Okay. Yeah, you don't find any particularly magical things aside from these jars, which all have a sort of faint, I think it's evocation is the spell school. We'll go with that. Mix of evocation and divination.
Neat. Then I'm gonna, They're glass jars?
Yes.
How many?
There are about 10.
10 glass jars. And I'm looking through them. Am I seeing something solid inside, something liquid inside?
No, but they're labeled.
Okay.
There's like kind of like glowing lights, and they all have names like Canticle of the Silver Chalice, or Agaren's Dragon Ward, or Your Beardy Face,
What?
or Wolfgar and the Crystal Shard.
I pick up Canticle of the Silver Chalice.
I really thought it was going to be the beardy face.
Yeah.
Does anything happen when I touch it?
No, it kind of hums slightly in your hands.
I hum back and try to match its pitch.
It's like corked. It's like this jar is corked, so there's a thing that you can open. But yeah, you can match pitch. It's pretty consistent.
Doesn't change. Doesn't
No.
respond.
No.
Okay, I open the cork.
Okay, and immediately the room is filled with the singing of this hymn. It sounds like a choir of maybe 30 or 40 is in the room with you, just singing this hymn to the goddess Seamorph, praising her calmness and her peacefulness. And you hear it all downstairs, even this like choral music coming from upstairs. And that's what you hear while the jar is open.
It's amazing. Like, I probably, for preservation, should stop it, but I'm just overcome with this beautiful music, and I'm just like swaying. I'm feeling it. I'm moving along, humming with it. Yeah, this is amazing.
So you just keep going with that one? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll jump back down then. The
go ahead.
rest of you downstairs. You hear the music coming from upstairs as you're following around the kids who seem to be just poking into everything in this room.
I think I can get the locked drawer open, but I'm going to use magic, so you have to close your eyes.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. You think Elzarina's peeking?
Elzarina, are you peeking?
No,
I feel like you are.
I'm not.
The magic won't work if you're peeking.
Okay. She closes her eyes.
All right, I'm going to try to pick the lock.
Okay.
That guy's a dad.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, you did.
Plus,
Damn.
do I get a dex bonus, or is it just my proficiency expertise?
It's dexterity check, yeah.
Then that is a 30.
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I am.
Not only do you pick the lock, but you also manage to navigate around a spring in there that would have activated the helmed horror behind you. Like, you sense that it's a trap, and you like get your picks in just so to click the lock open without touching that spring, and it turns, and the drawer swings open.
Amazing. And before I tell the kids that they can uncover their eyes, is there anything in there that...
Nice. Yeah, there is. There are several sealed scroll tubes. No idea what's inside of those. There's also a secret compartment that you find immediately because now you check for those in all the drawers that you open.
Yep.
And you pull it open, and inside there's like the symbol that you recognize of the cloven hoof, the cult of Asmodeus. It's like just like an icon shaped like that cloven hoof, made of solid gold.
Okay. And if I pick up the scroll tubes, do they feel like there's a scroll in it, or do they feel like there might be something more in them?
Yeah, they feel like there's paperwork inside.
Okay. I tell the kids, like, okay, open your eyes.
And they do. They're like, what's inside? What's inside?
There's a couple of scroll tubes and this pendant and just some papers and things.
So you let them see the big golden thing? Okay. They're like, what is that golden thing?
I don't know. It looks like a hoof.
It doesn't look like a hoof. Weird.
Maybe it's like a paperweight or something.
I mean, why would he keep it in his locked drawer?
Maybe it's really special to him, and he uses it to like weigh down papers, in a way that makes him feel.
Terenzio looks
Nice.
immediately uncomfortable about it, and he's like, I don't like it.
Oh,
You should put it back.
okay. What does it like? It gives you a weird feeling, or is it something you've seen before, or why don't you like it? It just looks like a hoof to me.
I feel like I've seen it before, and it makes me sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we can put it back. Where do you think you saw it?
I don't know, like I dreamt it or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then for sure. I mean that's stuff that we should pay attention to, Terenzio.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling Elzarina, but she doesn't believe me.
Well,
Look-
she's younger than you.
Lark thinks so, Elzarina. Our dreams are important.
I had a dream, Elzarina, that my mom was going into a secret passage in my bedroom.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Those are things you pay attention to.
Elzarina's like, I wonder if we have a secret passage in our bedroom. That sounds awesome.
Wouldn't it be? Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Should we... Maybe you guys go up and check there.
And then they look up, and they're like, what's that singing sound?
I've noticed that
Upstairs.
too.
Someone's in the library listening to the music jars. That's weird. I wonder if it's what's her name?
Oh, Ilka might be hiding up there.
Oh,
That's not a very good. It's not a very good job of hiding if
should
she's
go tell her
playing
the game
music
is over.
jars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You guys want to let her know?
Yeah, I'll go let her know. And Elzarina runs upstairs, and you see her booking it up.
I've capped that one and started briefly trying to listen to all the other jars so I can learn the songs as quickly as possible.
Oh, okay. So you go to which one do you go to first?
Beardy.
Beardy face. Okay, so it's a bawdy dwarven song about. It's a love song, like your beardy face. It's so bushy, so full. It makes my heart feel whole to be wrapped within your beardy face.
I didn't get any eye contact during that. I'm so disappointed.
Scoot, I'm sorry.
Nope, it's over. Stop.
Anyway, you take it down to memory.
Yep.
And you're about to open up the next one, the Agaren's Dragon Ward. And you open it up, and it's like a lecture. It's like a, excuse me, listen up, students, listen up. And then you're interrupted by Elzarina running down the hall towards you, and she freezes and looks to the right, outside of your line of sight. And you hear her saying, Nana, it's okay. We're just playing hide and seek. Did I say Elzarina? Elzarina's up there. Terenzio's in there. He's hiding. He's doing a really bad job. And she leans inside and she's like, Terenzio, hide better.
I cork Agaren's Dragon Ward, whatever you said it was.
Yep.
I cork it, shove it in my pocket, and scale a ladder and squiggle into the top shelf of books.
Nice. Okay, and you see from up there this sort of older tiefling woman peering into the room and saying, you two should be behaving yourselves and studying. Your father's going to be very upset when he hears that you've been playing all afternoon. Do what you need to do. And they get all chagrined, and Elzarina gets all chagrined, and it's like, yeah, okay, sorry. We'll go study downstairs. Come on, Terenzio.
I minor illusion to mimic Terenzio's voice, and I get huffy and snotty and like, okay, I'll come down.
Okay, thanks, Nana. We'll go. And she's like, you can go back to your crocheting upstairs in the playroom.
To your stories.
Yeah. And the Nana does. She's like, I don't get paid enough for this. And then Elzarina's like, come on, we're downstairs.
Okay. I come down the ladder. I think I'm going to keep it, the jar that I stuffed in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine now.
Mm-hmm.
I follow her.
Cool. What do the rest of you do? Are you down in the office checking stuff out?
I'm going to open the scrolls.
Okay. You've got maybe like 3 or 4 scrolls in. It seems like they're all paperwork relating to loans that the Cassalanters have given to various agencies around town. So different families. You find one to the Wave Silver family for their shipping business, helping fund just general activities. And it's just sort of all of this legalese binding everyone to the Cassalanters for their money.
Okay. I'm going to keep the cloven hoof and put everything else back and close the drawer.
Okay. So there are 4 broken seals on the scroll tubes.
Oh.
From the ones that you got
think
there.
about that.
Yeah.
It's like, were they sealed by wax or were they sealed by like a Cassalanter?
Yeah, it's like a
wax
Cassalanter stamp on wax.
I have sealing wax. I don't have a stamp.
That's for ceiling repair. We discussed this pre-show.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have snips and strings too? Another fancy stuff.
I'm gonna take. So I won't put the ones that I opened back. I'm gonna. I'll like find. Is the desk up against the wall?
No, it's like in the middle of the room.
I'll go to like a shelf and try to drop them behind the shelf or something. I'll put them somewhere where they won't be obvious.
To like get the kids in trouble later.
Just so that you won't obviously notice that there's broken seal tubes.
Yeah.
What's more obvious? Missing entirely, or
he wouldn't.
slightly-
I'm sure Lark would be convinced that he wouldn't notice the exact number of seal tubes
Okay.
in his drawer.
Sure.
So eventually Ilka and Elzarina join you guys downstairs. And Elzarina's like, that was awesome, you guys. You made it into Dad's office. What'd you find?
There were I thought you saw it before you left. There were the sealed
Yeah.
tubes and then the weird hoof thing.
What was in the tubes?
Just like papers and boring stuff. Boring grown-up
Dad
stuff.
is so boring.
There's no gems or anything. Like I was hoping we would run across like a perfect round little gemstone.
Well, Dad keeps his vaults downstairs by the wine cellar. And they always tell us to stay out. So we could go down there.
Yeah.
Let's play
I mean,
ghost
have
down
you
there.
ever seen a
Yeah.
gemstone in there or
Mimsy
They don't let
perks
us down
up.
there.
I suppose.
Mimsy perks up and heads towards the door.
Oh, Mimsy's going. Let's go, everybody.
Looks like Mimsy is excited about it.
All right. Lead the way, Mimsy. The stairs are over there.
All right, I
Okay.
head towards the stairs. She points towards.
Okay, so the four of you, the three of you plus K9, Zay, and Terenzio and Elzarina creep down the stairs towards the Cassalanter's cellar. As you go down the stairs, the temperature drops and then keeps dropping and then keeps dropping to an almost uncanny level to the point where your breath is kind of visible as you get down to the bottom of the stairs. It's a stone cellar.
Terenzio, look, it looks like I'm smoking a cigar. And I blow the puffs out.
He smiles a little bit. It's the first time you've seen him smile. Oddly
Why
enough.
is it so cold down here?
They're like, we don't know. We never go down here. It's really cold.
How far was it? How many, like...
Maybe like 20 feet vertically, 20, 30 feet.
Okay. So you're talking like 3-4 flights? 5 flights?
No, like one long flight down. To
Well, that I
stone
got.
cellar.
I'm just trying to, in my head, trying to figure
But
out
it-
how far underneath I feel like I am right now.
Oh, yeah. You feel like significantly far underground
Okay.
or like on a mountain or something.
Okay.
But it is an inordinate amount of cold.
It is
for
unsettlingly cold.
how little we've gone into the earth.
Yes.
Okay.
And before you see this kind of like antechamber to the cellar. It's kept clean by the servants. There's a door to the right, which is slightly ajar. Appears to be leading to the wine cellar. There's also kind of like a big vault door to your left with 3 big iron locks on it.
They should not be keeping their wine this cold.
Gonna be slushies.
Yeah.
Zay points towards the 3 big locks and then looks back at Lurk.
Oh, nice job, Mimsy. Is this the vault?
They're like, we don't know. It looks like a vault.
It kind of does. Shoot, how are we going to... I guess I'll have to use my magic
I think
again.
Mom and Dad have the keys. Yeah.
Oh, where'd they put them?
I think they keep them.
Oh,
That's smart.
yeah. Well, should we try to get in? What do you guys think?
Well, we're going to go in the wine cellar.
Oh.
Because that's what we're always told. You can't go in the wine cellar. Can't go in the wine cellar, Elzarina.
Okay, but don't...
Deanna's really bossy about
I'll
it.
watch the kids go in the wine cellar with them.
Okay, but don't touch anything. Like, look, but don't touch, probably.
She rolls her eyes super hard and goes in the wine cellar.
I'm going to try to pick these locks as fast as possible.
All right, roll 3 dexterity checks.
I look at Scoot and I meaningfully glance at his bag of holding and then at the wine cellar.
I'm trying to decide if I get that or not. 16, yeah, I probably got it.
I don't
just
get it.
gonna
What are
start-
you going to do?
I'm just going to start, well, when I get in there, I'm probably going to be swiping bottles of wine and anything else I
Oh.
think I can find.
15, 21, 27.
Okay, 2 of the locks click. The third one you struggle with.
Okay.
It's going to take you like about half a minute. Probably. They're not super complicated locks. They're made of iron. They're pretty big. But you're working on that third one. While Scoot heads in, Mimsy and Ilka, what do you guys do while this is going on?
I'm staying with Lark at
Okay.
these 3 locks.
Yep.
Mimsy is sitting in the doorway to the wine cellar so I can see what everyone is doing.
Sort of like peering both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, in the wine cellar, while the kids just sort of run around, it's this big rectangular room with all kinds of shelves. There are at least like 30 large casks of wine lining the south wall. There's do you walk around or just like start grabbing wine while they're running around, or?
No, I'd probably look around a little bit first just to
Okay.
see if anything stands out as being more important or decorative displays, anything like that. Something, you keep your good shit in a special spot. So.
Yeah. Roll a perception.
Look at that. Why would I get a crit on that? 23.
Wow. You immediately, like, your sailor instincts kick in as you feel a draft, like the wind. You always know where the wind is blowing.
I'm
As a
sorry.
sailor.
We leveled up 24.
Wow. There is a secret door, Scoot. Along the end of the south wall. There's a breeze blowing through it. It's clearly outlined in the bricks. You don't know how somebody could miss it.
Are there any bottles of wine that are not dusty?
I mean, yeah, there's different levels of dust on all the wine.
Does anything look like a magic switch that would open up a secret door?
Yeah, it's one of the rocks next to the secret door.
Oh,
It's
okay.
got like a little notch in it that you can stick your finger into
Okay.
and like pull it, and it peels the door aside. You can tell that's how it works just by
Okay.
looking at it.
All right.
There's like little hinges on the top and
The
bottom.
kids have any indication about this
No,
area?
no.
What are they doing?
They're playing knights again or something. I mean, do you want to like find out what they're doing in detail? They're ignoring you right now. They're climbing on shelves.
I think I'd probably try to impress the kids. I think I'd be, oh, you think Lark can do some magic? Gather around.
Okay.
and the kids are all close, and I think did they? Is that what they did?
Yeah, they gather around.
Okay.
They're like, what's Elzarina is all about?
Now,
Of course. Terenzia is more
This
chill.
is going to be a very special show here. I'm gonna make something appear, right? And I'm doing little hand play, just like and nothing down. I don't have sleeves. Nothing down this arm and nothing down this arm.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
There's like a big sun symbol painted right where the notch is to open it to. It's like a big, like to the goddess Siamorph.
So I would have got this on like a 2. So I said, tell them to close their eyes.
They do. Elzarina's peeking.
Okay, turn around twice.
They do.
Turn around 2 more times. And on this one, now I reach back and flip the thing.
She's like, wow, he flipped the thing. Look.
Damn it! I say out loud.
And the door goes whoosh, and it's not very noisy actually. It just kind of like swings open gently away from you, revealing a hallway and more stairs going down.
Oh.
Yeah.
If they charge down, I stand there dejected because my sleight of hand didn't work.
At this point, click, the third lock springs open.
Okay.
The kids are being cautious. They're not going down yet.
Okay.
But the third lock clicks with Lark and Ilka. How do you proceed?
Real quick, I would like to be keeping an eye up the staircase as well for anyone following us down into the cellars.
Roll perception. With advantage because you're a dog.
Right?
I'm right.
Oh, no.
Oh, you need it. Roll again. Oh, that's worse.
Oh my.
Oh, boy.
10.
Okay. You hear some thumping from upstairs, people moving around.
Okay.
Unclear what, indistinct.
Just so the audience knows, that was a 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
And she's still rocked and average.
Yeah. Very perceptive.
There's like a really echoey quality to this basement, so it's hard to hear what's going on up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the locks have all come off. Is there a door handle or a lever, or how does it?
Yeah, there's a big handle on one side, like next to the middle lock that you can pull on.
I glance at Ilka to see if she thinks I should swing it open.
I'm skeptical about this.
Lark swings it open.
Mark, make a Constitution saving throw, my friend.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, it hit my pencil.
Oh boy.
I'll take it anyway. It's a crit fail. But I do have a +1 to my Constitution. So
So a 2, you say?
Lark, we just got
to roll
you
some
back
dice.
to life.
Oh, that sounds numerous. If you get disintegrated again, I'm gonna be so pissed.
No. You open the door, and what did you just say? Like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to do it anyway.
I said okay, like she had given me the nod, even
Because you're
though
pulling the door open. Okay. And all of a sudden, this like blast of intense, magical, cold energy just like smashes into you and knocks you backwards, Lark, like against the opposite wall, sort of towards Ilka. You take 30 cold damage as it slams into you. It's not super noisy, but yeah.
am I frozen? Am I stuck to the
No,
wall?
you're not. You're just
I'm
like
just
you're
really
like
cold.
burned all over and
Okay.
kind of like frostbitten, you know.
Ouch!
damn. So I have no idea this is going on.
You probably would have heard that, yeah,
Man,
from the
why
doorway.
didn't we go shopping for healing potions?
Inside the
Note to
vault,
self.
inside the vault is empty. Like totally empty, like a smooth stone. Small rectangular chamber.
My teeth just chatter.
He got knocked back against the wall,
Yes, right, like towards you.
but still close enough that I can touch him.
Yep.
I'm gonna cure wounds on him and see if we can get him less dead than that.
I am not dead. Just,
Great.
Yeah.
You get
Not dead.
6 points back.
Thank you.
It fills you with a warm fuzzy glow.
Yeah. Enough to stop chattering. You're
Thanks, Ilka.
just hurt.
It's so cold.
Ahead of you, Scoot down the stairs. The
I
kids-
would, before we get down the stairs,
Okay.
if we're with the kids, or I'm with the kids here, and they're not charging down. They're kind of hesitant at this point. Is that what you said?
They're like creeping down slowly.
That's what I would say. I would say to them, all right, we have to be real slow and careful. Look out for anything that looks odd. Trying to get them to all. Yeah.
And they're peering around at the ceiling
Nice
and
and
the
easy.
tiles. They're moving super slowly.
What if there's a real ghost?
Oh my gosh.
Nice and slow.
Like the Ghost King?
Or queen.
Oh my gosh. Elzarina's like, yeah.
And then we all, as one group, make our way down.
Okay. And you step into about like 20 feet down the stairs, another room, sort of square-shaped, hewn stone. This seems like a vault. Like there are big shelves with like large bars of silver on them, like at least a couple dozen big bars of silver on the shelves. So there's a couple
Wow,
other
this must
sacks
be
and
his
boxes.
gym where he lifts these weights.
Elzarina's like, it looks like treasure. Doesn't seem like that much, though.
A lot of weights do look like treasure. It's for inspiration.
There's also a door to a spiral staircase opposite you in the room, going further downwards.
Well, I hate spiral staircases, so I'm not even getting close to that thing.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the gym that I've been trying to furnish in my bedroom,
Yeah.
and I could really use some weights. So
There's a bunch of big, heavy silver
I
bars.
think, yeah, and I'm saying this out. So I'm just going to borrow a couple of these and do some sets.
They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
They're trying to lift them, and it's too heavy, and they're like, oh, how are you so strong?
drop a couple of heavy bars of silver into my bag of holding.
Like, can we have one?
Yeah. Do you want me to carry it out for you and give it at the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take one more.
At this point, you hear the voice of Amalia Cassalanter upstairs saying, "Children, Terenzio, Elzarina, Mother's home."
I run towards where I saw them disappear down to and look for the children to try to guide them back up.
Okay. Yeah, you can. It's quick business getting down to where they are in that lower vault. Ilka and Lark.
I'm shoving the door shut and putting the locks back on as quickly and quietly as I can.
Okay.
And if I can, I'm then like dragging Lark over past the way Mimsy went.
Okay. So you all make your way down to this lower vault, and you see these silver bars and other bags and boxes. It looks pretty unperturbed, but there is a draft coming from the spiral staircase leading further down. Sort of a warm draft amid the coldness of the cellar.
I really want to go down that silver spiral staircase. It seems so warm.
I'm going to start nudging the children towards the exit with
The staircase or the way up?
the way up.
Okay, and they're like, we don't want to go down.
I think your mom is here. We're going to be in so much trouble.
Now she doesn't find us, Elzarina says.
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
That kid's smart. I say as I
And-
drop another bag,
and
or another bar into my bag.
And Elzarina's like, come on, Terenzio, and she starts going down the stairs, like impudently.
I
She's
follow
tired
them
of these
down the
people telling her
stairs.
what to do. Okay.
Look, I don't think we're going to stop him. Another bar.
Yeah, if there's a trap or something, we gotta
keeping track
save
of
these
that.
kids.
I'm at 5. 2 for me, 1 for the kids, and 2 more during the distractions.
What if one of you went back and told your mom that the other one was somewhere else? Do you think she'd fall for it?
I don't know. She's pretty swift.
Okay, let's just go then.
All right. Is everyone going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
You make your way down the spiral staircase, and you come upon a dimly lit room. There are these tall, really wrought iron candlesticks lining the walls. The ceiling's about 10 feet high. Ahead of you is this. Let's see. It's there's this like faint chanting sound audible, kind of like downwards and ahead of you.
Uh-oh.
Sort of like a demonic, like kind of like the Balrog is coming or something.
Good.
Yeah. To the south, as you peek around the corner, there are 3 empty cells in this sort of little plus-shaped alcove near where you just came out, and there is like blood and like all kinds of grisly stuff pooling in these cells. The kids have not made it down there yet, but whoever's in the front, that's what you see as you come down the spiral staircase.
I make it down. I take it in with my eyeballs. I turn around and block the path for the kids.
Okay.
And
What?
playtime over, my entire demeanor changes of, you can't be down here. We're not letting you come any farther. It's too dangerous.
Roll intimidation or persuasion, your choice.
15.
Okay. Elzarina got a 9, so
Nice.
she's like, what's in there?
It looks like people have been hurt in there, and we don't know if whatever hurt them would hurt you. So we're going to go back upstairs.
Should we go get our mom?
Definitely not.
She looks perplexed by that, but Terenzio just like nods solemnly. And he's like, come on, let's go.
Go see if you can sneak upstairs and pretend you were playing hide and seek, playing ghost up there the whole time.
Okay. And then they start to leave slowly.
Do they? I asked them. Did you? So when we had that first dog on the grounds, we left it in a spot. That's where they were playing.
Yep.
Okay. Was that by something originally? Was that like a fountain or anything?
There were like really well-groomed hedges all around it.
Okay.
Yep.
So I let them know that they'll find their silver bars up by those hedges.
What?
Once we get out, I'm gonna put them there.
Do they have to like dig for them?
No, I'll just try to put it under leaves. Like I'll try to cover them up, but that's where they're gonna be. I'm not forgetting.
You're like, okay, thanks, it's good. And they disappear up the stairs.
Bye, you two. Thanks for playing Ghost with us. What's down there, Ilka?
Really, really culty stuff. We got like chanty cells, and there's kind of a fell voice on the air.
There's also a hallway. Like there's the cells to the left as you come down the stairs, and then to the right there's kind of this hallway reaching around and extending around a corner that you can't see how far down it goes.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the chanting's coming from.
I feel like probably we'll be okay, but I definitely don't want little children who don't have any kind of skill sets running around in here.
I peek around the corner and I'm like, oh, good call. This is gross. Super gross.
Do I smell anything in particular or leading?
Yeah, you smell like a really strong irony scent, as well as kind of a sulfuric, like stuff burning, different incenses and smokes. Yeah. There's a small keychain hanging on a hook by those 3 cells, little iron keychain with a few keys on it.
Oh.
I definitely take that.
Mm-hmm. It seems like they match the cells.
Okay.
Out of there.
But other than the gore, cells are empty.
Correct.
Okay. I think we should go down the hallway and see where the chanty stuff's coming from. Because maybe that's where the eye is.
As long as I'm standing next to Lark, I'm going to cure wounds one more time on him.
Oh, I neglected to mention, in the center of this room ahead of you, so there's the cells to the left, hallway to the right. In the center of the room ahead of you is one final spiral staircase made of like wrought iron, so it's got like see-through railings, and it extends downward about 15 feet to a lower level. And that's kind of like where there's like the main traffic seems to come from in this room. Like there's sort of a well-walked path from where you are to that spiral staircase.
I see this spiral. I just shake my head.
Yeah.
Just such disappointment. Why are these still in fashion?
And has the heat of this place cured any of my cold damage?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's why we're doing some
Yeah.
ice. 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I go over and give you a big warm hug.
Oh,
you
thanks,
kind of
Ilka.
envision a beachy sort of Jimmy Buffett song in your head.
I feel significantly better, and I want a margarita for some reason.
Yeah, you do.
So, what do you do?
Mimsy's going to turn back into a halfling.
Whoosh.
Whoa, Zay, it was you the whole time.
Surprise. I would like to sneak forward and try to examine what's happening down the staircase in front of us.
Okay, roll stealth.
Oh.
If that was a 1, you could
4.
re-roll it.
Shoot, that is the worst roll for a halfling.
Yeah, 2 is the worst. Terrible.
All right, you make your way down the stairs.
I'm like trying to like peer.
Okay, so you're like
I'm
leaning
doing
down.
it very slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you kind of like it's like there's like a little slick spot on the stone
Oh,
as you're
no,
leaning, and you
okay.
kind of fall onto the staircase a bit. And it's like a
Okay.
clang clang.
This reminds me of, hey guys, I cast Pass Without Trace.
Your foot slips out and it kicks a metal orb. It's just like bang, bong, bang, bong, bang, bong, all the way down the stairs.
And it falls into the well.
I didn't fail it.
Yeah, you don't see any signs of life down there, luckily.
Okay.
Let's see, to the north, like to the right where that hallway was going upstairs, You see adorning the wall a big 10-foot painting, what looks like a strikingly handsome and impeccably dressed man with a very clean cropped beard and little horns on his head, holding a cane and just kind of grinning and looking out.
And this is as I pass the hallway heading toward the stairs, or this is
peeking down the stairs. So you're like near the top of the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
looking around from up above.
Okay,
like a
so
ceiling
I see that
cat.
downstairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you see. There's also, it looks like sort of a dusty hallway heading back kind of the way you guys came from, but at this lower level, like a kind of crypt in that direction. And then other hallways extending deeper towards the chanting from this lower level. It's kind of like a vestibule.
So the chanting did not come from the spiral staircase area.
It came from further in from this lower level that Zay is peering down. And actually, as you kind of clanked down, the chanting stopped for a minute. It has not resumed yet.
And can we see from where we are what is down the passageway opposite the cells?
If you go and peek around the corner, you can see that it leads to a long, like 100-foot hallway that kind of extends out into a balcony that overlooks something off in the distance, but you can't see because you're at the end of this hallway. So if you go down the hallway, you could overlook that balcony.
How are we overlooking anything this far down?
Right.
Yeah.
Scoot says out loud. But quietly.
So that would have been the direction to go first. Got it.
I'm going to run over here and take a look. Do you guys have any objections?
Mm-mm.
Great.
I'm
going to stealth over there.
Okay, roll stealth.
It's pretty, still like a 22.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled that is still a 14.
All right. Yeah. So Lark creeps along down the hallway outside of you guys' vision unless you peek around to watch. And you go down about 100 feet, Lark, until you make it to this kind of crumbling balcony. It looks really like not in good repair. Like people don't come up here. There's kind of patches in the ground that look like they might collapse at any time. You can kind of weave your way through like the better looking areas and peek over this balcony. And what you see below you, maybe like 20, 30 feet down, is this sort of promenade. It's kind of like a big church altar, sort of. Like there's kind of seating rows on both sides of this central path with like a red carpet and these big wrought iron candles lining the carpet, lining the walls. It's all lit by flickering dim light. At the end of this altar, like where the shrine would be, there's this big 10-foot diameter bowl filled with fire. And overlooking the bowl is this huge, like 30-foot statue, like touching the ceiling above this balcony where you're standing, of the same sort of horned individual that Zay saw in the painting, overlooking this big shrine.
I, after taking a quick glance, run back and tell everybody what I saw.
Yeah, you also see quickly at the end of the hall, like walking down away from the shrine towards where Zay just peeked down, 3 humanoid figures in bright crimson robes walking that direction kind of carefully.
Walking towards the spiral staircase?
Yeah, where the clanging sound came from.
Okay. I also definitely share that information.
Okay. So at this point, if any of you are listening very closely, you would hear like soft footsteps down below you.
And there's no place to hide, right?
There are lots of places to hide.
Are there really?
Yeah.
'Cause I remember the 3 cells and
3
a couple
cells, the
hallways.
hallway hooking around, back up the way you came.
So Zay's looking down the hole, and Lark has come back around the other hallway. So
Yeah.
okay.
They're on the way up, I think. I don't know how they heard us, but they seems like they might suspect we're here.
We should probably hide then.
There's nowhere to hide.
There's lots of places.
Oh, help me!
Did it seem like there would possibly be a way down? Like, I mean, we could tie a rope and come down from that balcony.
Mhm.
So we could come.
Easily.
We could go back down the way that I was just peeking. It's a balcony overlooking. It's about 20 to 30 feet up, but we could possibly drop down that way.
We're really good where ropes are involved.
Yeah.
Oh, and to clarify, on this balcony, so you're on like one side of this like big shrine down below, right? There is an opposite balcony, like about 15 feet away. So they're kind of like flanking this central path up and down this altar area, this church area. And on that opposite balcony, it's also crumbling and in ruin, but there's a staircase going downwards that you can see comes back out down by the shrine. So you just have to cross that 15-foot gap somehow if you went that way.
I got an idea.
A jumping challenge.
What's your idea, Scoot?
Well, if there is there height clearance?
Yeah, there's like 10 feet or so.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Yeah, well, my jump details are still on here, and with 10 feet of movement, I can jump 48 feet. I could jump 40 feet now because that's my max. So if I'm carrying a rope and I jump across, I could tie it off and then you shimmy over.
Yeah, let's do it.
But then there's going to be a rope there, and I don't know how we'll get that back. So.
Zay would like to conjure animals.
Okay. What sort of animal situation?
I'm hoping for rats. So
So a bunch of DCR 1/4 animals?
I believe so. I'd like to send them scurrying past the alerted cultists.
Yeah.
For
Like you're just starting to hear footsteps on the clinking on the iron stairs below you as one comes up when you cast this spell. Rolled a 7, so let's see on the table. It corresponds to it's a swarm of bats. It's streaming out of Zay's palms, popping into existence. And you send them flying down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then past. Yeah.
You hear
Direction.
cursing in a language you don't recognize down the stairs.
Did you send it back from where we were so they would think that was the source of the sound, or are you sending it
That's
from
my goal, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do any of you speak demonic languages
No.
is that abyssal?
or infernal?
I have abyssal.
This is the other one.
I
Sorry.
have common and orc.
Yeah.
Hey, me too.
So you could speak with demons, but not with devils, and these are devils.
I have whatever my native language is. Are we going to learn something about Zay right now?
Not that.
Okay.
No. No, sorry.
We did learn something.
Yeah.
We did.
It's not
Check
Not
that
a
box.
devil.
Not infernal.
One way to not make a light bulb.
So, yeah, and it seems like they've stopped coming up the stairs.
I put my rope back in my pack.
So what do you do?
Way to go, Zay.
Zay gives 2 big thumbs up.
Should we try to go down the stairs though, or should we go over to that other balcony still and try to get down, or should we somehow surprise the 3 of them with a sneak attack?
We think only 3. Who else was chanting? Just the 3?
Did it sound like more than 3 voices when we heard it?
No.
Maybe just the 3.
It's 4 of us, 3 of them.
But at least they'll be a surprise.
Maybe.
I mean,
They're like, bats? We've never seen bats here ever. It's too cold.
Let's walk away.
as we listen, it sounded like they were coming closer, and then when the bats happened, they cursed and stopped.
Yeah.
But did we hear the footsteps recede?
Not yet.
So they're just stuck there.
They're just hanging out down there as far as you know, unless you're listening really intently to figure out where they go.
Well, I am,
Okay.
for sure, yeah.
It's not. They're not trying to be super stealthy. So, yeah, you hear them starting to return back towards the shrine again. However, at this point, you hear the sound of stone moving upstairs the way you came. Not really clear who is doing that or why. Like that stone secret door is going whoosh back.
Opening or closing?
Not clear.
I don't think we closed it, right? Yeah.
But maybe the kids did when they went up through it.
They didn't.
How do you know? I'm just kidding.
Wait, then someone else is
You would've
closing
heard
it?
it.
It would have been left open, right?
Right.
So we're getting
Uh,
sealed in?
Does
Right.
the temperature shift at all?
No, it's still very warm. It's from the big fire at the altar that Lark saw.
Did the wind stop? Any draft? Have we been? I mean,
No, there's still kind of a breeze blowing through,
okay,
like towards you.
okay.
Yeah. So it must be coming from somewhere, not just from the fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with your crit in wind knowledge. Like there's maybe like a cave.
I start drawing the wind lines on the floor
The vectors, yeah.
because of this low pressure system coming in from the west.
Right. Well, it's very cold everywhere except for where the stream of heat from this torch is blowing. So, yeah.
So I feel like there's probably more to discover. But is fighting a cult the way to do it? Let's do it. Let's fight a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only 3 of them.
Okay.
We could take them.
There's a
Right.
50-50 chance that door got closed,
Yeah. We more or less have
opposed
the
to-
element of surprise.
opened again.
Okay.
How do you want to do it?
Well, we had to get down there. So does anybody who can fly?
What if
I could fly down
What
at 30
if-
feet a second. Landing's rough.
2 of us go down the spiral staircase and the other 2 go the other way and we flank them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you have an idea of who would go which way?
good old split the party.
Who would have whoever can jump down more easily and whoever gets an advantage from flanking, so like one of us will be like haha and then the other people can sneak up from behind.
I don't know who in this party would say haha. Actually, it's pretty open. It could be.
I definitely
I think
say
it'll
haha.
work, yeah. In the middle of a surprise attack.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's do it.
Here we go.
Roll your stealth one more time, everybody.
One more time.
Um,
Forever.
12 for Zay.
21.
nice.
27.
20.
So who's in the flank squad going towards the shrine?
I think I'd probably go down because that's the last place I saw him.
Yep.
So I'd go down the stairs.
Okay.
I would probably flank because of my sneak attack bonus.
I think I'd go sneaking with Lark.
Then would you two? How are you going to get down from the balcony to the lower level?
How far up is it?
It's like 20 feet.
I don't have any rope anymore, but I do. Can I?
You could roll acrobatics to just drop down. Like it's not like a super crippling fall if you land, unless you land clumsily.
Well, can I? And it sounds like they're coming. They're still by the stairs, but they're maybe headed to this. If you guys head down the stairs, we'll get down. Don't worry about it. I have a way.
It's good enough for me.
All right.
Okay.
Everything he's done has been right so far in this campagn.
All right. So who wants to make the
Never
first?
anything dumb ever.
I've roughed up Matthias.
Who wants to make the first move on these cultists?
I'm still trying to sneak down. Like
I
Oh,
wait
yeah,
until
you
I hear
can
the
sneak,
engagement.
so you can get close to them. Like however you want to start it. Whoever starts it,
Okay.
you are all stealthy right now. So
Okay.
Yeah.
it's up to you. If you
We're
want to get
gonna
in
wait.
position, okay.
The flanking party's gonna wait until we hear the engagement start.
Wait, where?
Up in that balcony.
Okay.
Well, that's where we were, right? Or no?
Yep, and you see them coming down the hall towards you. Like they're on the far end of this candlelit hallway, coming towards the shrine again. And roll perception, Ilka, as you get out there.
Oh God! Nice.
Nat 20 and what am I doing? 22.
why is your dungeon see-through?
It's just these candles
I'm
are just
so
like,
alert.
flickering really, yeah. So what you see, Ilka, as you peer over the balcony on top of these 3 cultists, you see that they're, first of all, they're not. They have like dog legs. You can tell they're kind of loping, not like
What?
humans, or more like satyrs or something.
Okay.
You also see a small crumbling crack in the shrine, like on the left side of it. There's kind of like a natural hewn area that kind of trickles out, like a small seam in the corner of the room, and that's where the wind is coming from. You also see in the center of this bowl of fire, below this huge statue of a demon, on a little pedestal, there's a small marble just sitting there, like in the flames, like in the center of it. So that looks like an eye to you, based on your experiences.
Nice. So when you say dog legs, am I picturing like the Wolfmen in Shadowfang Keep?
Yeah. Yep. Very much so. But like with a big
Nice.
red crimson robe over them.
I'm also picturing the Spanish Inquisition when you say the 3 red crimson robes. Beautiful.
Yeah, the Worgen Inquisition.
A
Nobody
mix of
expects
those
it.
two things.
This is
Fantastic.
spectacular.
So
Okay.
you also can't see their faces. Like it's very Nazgul-y. So
How far away from me are they?
like 80 feet.
Damn.
As you two
But-
are down below, like through the doorway they just came from. So maybe like 20 feet away from them.
Nice.
Okay, Zay transforms into a panther and pads quietly down the stairs, trying to sneak up from behind them. I would like to move at least 20 feet straight towards the creature and hit it with a claw attack. And they will need to succeed, whoever's in the back, they'll need to succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If they are knocked prone, I can make it a bite attack.
Make your attack first with
Okay.
advantage.
Oh, I forget what I add when I'm a panther. 16 plus.
Which one are we doing, Bite?
We're starting with claw.
16's going to hit regardless.
Oh,
So
plus 4. Okay, 20. I don't need to roll again. So I did hit. So I'm trying to knock him prone. DC 12 strength.
he succeeds.
Okay, so I just claw. Oh, damage 1d4 plus 4 damage.
All right. You feel a resistance immediately as you claw into this person, like it's not a human. It's got like hard skin.
Oh, and I'm just gonna like make it really loud, like rah!
Yeah. Do you all want to do any other surprise attacks, the other 3, before the?
Yeah, I would have
initiative
tried to
starts?
time mine up.
Okay.
at
Yeah.
least, so,
So like the next one.
all right. Whichever one Zay wasn't charging yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. You pad up next to the panther.
That's a 23.
Hits.
You let me retcon a rage there.
Of course.
All right.
Good.
I
Like,
walk
you
up
make 10 steps
carefully.
forward. Yeah.
I get up carefully behind. I'm trying to. I have to make up the distance because he's gonna charge in like crazy. So I gotta get a little closer first. So I'm creeping up, and then the panther hits, and then all of a sudden I go, ah!
Yeah, we both make.
Yeah.
But first we look at each other in the eye, and then we do.
Yeah,
it.
but you're like a blaze coming past me. And all that was for called 9 damage.
Okay. You also feel that resistance as you slash with your battle axe.
Yeah, I'm rocking a battle axe
Yeah.
now, so I can play legal instead of the cheating way I was the last 4 episodes.
Gotcha. The audience will never know.
Listeners
they-
didn't know about that until now.
Oh, they all knew. Don't. They could hear my shame.
Okay. And you smash that one. Ilka and Lark, do you guys have any special sneakies?
Yeah, from this distance, I'm gonna chill touch on. Is there one that hasn't been attacked yet?
Yeah, there's the third one.
I'm gonna chill touch on the third one.
Go for it.
12.
12 does not hit. It whirls out of the way as it sees its friends getting clobbered. And as it whirls, you see that its hood comes off, and it's obviously a demonic creature. It's got like dark purple skin, and this like kind of greenish like collection of spiky tentacles coming out of its chin, like a beard made of like thorny vines. And it kind of whirls around, and as it whirls, a big old glaive comes out from it. It was hidden in its robe somehow, and it takes a battle stance along with the other 2.
It whirls
Lark,
around. It whirls around toward us.
towards Ilka.
we're
Lark, you're
both-
still hidden, so you can do a sneaky thing too if you want.
Well, like my sneaky thing only works if they're not looking at us. It's fine. Here comes little Dinky.
The other 2
and
aren't.
I take out my little stick and I turn it into a giant long pole that goes all the way down to the ground from the balcony, and I slide down it fireman pole style.
Sick.
Can I follow him down the pole?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's like wedged from floor to ceiling, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do anything else, or just land? And then
Well, so that's would be 20 to 30 feet of movement. Do I count that as my full movement then?
yeah, you can move a little bit more, but yeah, pretty close.
I would say then just once Ilka is down, I would retract little Dinky and put it back in my belt.
Shunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it-
Roll,
draw my
roll for
rapier.
initiative then, everybody.
Damn it. I get 2 attacks. Darn! My first one after leveling up, and I forgot to do it. Son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus. I like this die. 21 out of nat 20.
Crit fail.
Oh!
23 for Lark, but it's a modified. I only rolled a 17.
14.
Does a nat 20 trump for initiative?
I doubt it. Maybe there's some special effect. Like I'm gonna flourish with my axe a little bit. It's like, but you still get to go first.
Lark, it's you.
Okay.
Sitting at the end of this candlelit row of pews and cushions and.
Yeah. So the three frosty faced dog leg guys are together still. They're all sort of in a clump.
Yeah. Yep.
And the panther and Scoot are there in melee range with all
Yep.
of them.
They're all kind of in a clump.
And that group is how far from me?
About 80 feet.
That's a long ways away. Okay. And how far away is the fiery pedestal thing?
About 20 feet.
Ooh.
Pretty close.
But Ilka did not tell me about that, so I'm not going to go that way. Instead, I'm going to head towards the frosty guys. Is there anything that I can sort of duck behind on my way there?
Yeah, there's pews and various reliefs. There's also kind of like statues and paintings lining the walls of this lower level as you get down there, showing people in all kinds of debauchery, like murder and worse things, just like demonic stuff.
I'll start sprinting toward the fracas, but as I get sort of towards the end of this turn, I'll jump behind whatever seems like it would be good to hide behind.
Okay. You take the hide action.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Scoot. Then it's you.
Okay. I'm just face to face with all these.
Yep.
These
With two of them. One of them's facing Ilka, or that general direction.
I'll stick on which one I just attacked.
Yep.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna choose the attack action. That's a 2. So that's less.
But you're raging, so you have advantage? Or no?
I
That's on
know.
attacks, just on strength checks. I
Yeah.
always get that.
It's a 8 to hit.
Okay, that misses.
Okay.
He parries.
And a 17.
Hits.
Okay. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 3 plus 2. So 7 damage. Slashing damage.
Again, you're feeling like their hard skin is making it hard to like pull your weapon now. You're losing momentum as you hit them.
Okay.
So, do you attack again?
I just did 2 attacks. I missed my first one.
Gotcha. Okay. That
Well, I'll
takes-
take 2 more if you want. Let's see. That'll be
Zay, it's your turn.
So since I noticed the difficulty in hitting them, I'm going to transform out of Panther.
Okay.
And then can I tell, does Scoot seem like he's within a 5-foot radius of the could I cast Moonbeam and not hurt Scoot?
Yeah, if you put it like on the far edge where it wouldn't hit Scoot. Yeah.
Okay.
You could hit all 3.
Yes, that's my hope.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Moonbeam, 5-foot radius, all the way up to the ceiling. They're engulfed in ghostly flames of searing pain.
It's a 5-foot radius. You'd only hit one of them. But yeah.
It is just a 5-foot radius. They revert if they could. They revert to an original form. It's a con saving throw.
Okay. DC like 14, 15? He succeeds with a 17.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm a 15.
It seems like there's this sort of like fiery aura around him as the moonbeam hits him, and it kind of like melts away from him. Like he's again like kind of magically protected.
Okay.
It has some impact, just not as much as you would expect.
Okay, so he saved, so it's half damage. One.
He just like grins at you evilly, like, "Wow, I'm gonna kill you." And he's growling in a language you don't understand.
And I look at him like, oh shit, he might kill me.
Yeah. And at this point, the two of them attack you, Zay. One of them attacks you, Scoot.
wow.
With their glaives. They all have glaives. So they come in. First, the one attacking Scoot rolls a 16.
Misses.
Whoa!
I'm up to 17 on my AC.
Nice.
Then his beard tentacles strike at you.
What?
Like lances. And those miss as well. You just lean back. But it's surprising. And the same treatment for you, Zay.
And I just go, holy shit!
Yeah. So swing. Oh, a crit.
Oh no!
A 23 hits, presumably.
Yeah.
So a crit and a smack with the glaives.
Why are you taking out so many dice? Yes.
Oh, you know, when you have a collection of dice, it's like, oh, I get a chance to use them finally. Yay. Everyone loves that, right? Okay. So you take 9 slashing damage and 12 slashing damage. So for a total of 21. Make
Oh no.
2 constitution saving throws.
Oh
Zay.
no.
11. 21.
Okay, so you, as
Crit.
the glaives slash you, you feel this like burning sensation inside of you, like your insides are on fire. And you resist it at first, like you tense yourself and clench it down. But the second one burns you, and you feel a burning sensation inside of you. Your insides are infernally, magically alit. At the same time, the beard attacks come at you. That's 1 hit. For 8 damage, 8 piercing damage. Make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh my gosh.
3.
You are poisoned by something inside of the tentacles as they hit you. So you're a lit, and you feel something cold running down your veins at the same time as these 2 demons square off on you.
Help.
Oh no.
Mechanically, what that poison does is you feel it magically. You cannot be healed while you're poisoned. Yeah. So that takes us to Ilka.
Matthias really loves playing the necromancer character and wants to bring him back for
just-
the next couple episodes.
You guys all leveled up. Come on, let's see what you got. Come on.
Neat. All right. I'm looking at Zay. She's got all 3 next to her.
2 next to her, and 1 is fighting with Scoot.
Okay. Can I get all 3 of them in a 10-foot radius?
Yes.
Cool.
At this
I'm
point, they're all so
shattering
pumped
the shit out of the wolfmen.
Okay.
The icy wolf.
The icy wolf.
They look like bearded
tentacle.
devils.
Yeah.
Oh. But icy devils?
Yeah.
It's weird that infernal could refer to an icy thing, but I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like the demons and devils is like the hot fantasy of hell, and like the icy Dante's fantasy of hell,
sure.
I think. 1 gets a 19 and 1 gets a crit, so I think they both succeed. Oh, the third one gets a 16. Again, there's a sort of resistance to magic.
Yep.
That seems
So
like.
they all take half damage, which is 3d8. So 17, they take half
Nice.
of that in thunder damage.
Nice.
All 3 take that much
Mhm.
damage. That's awesome.
It's a very good spell.
Right. And with my bonus action, I'm throwing Bardic Inspiration at Scoot.
Okay. What song is that?
Here in the devilly wolfy dungeon, this is
Beauty face.
definitely Werewolves of London.
Okay.
We're on safe off.
Werewolves of Neverwinter.
Yes.
Or Luskin.
Nice.
All right, Lark, it's your turn.
They're so far away. Okay. I burn another action to sprint towards them. I'm still not there, right? They're 80 feet away.
Well, you would have gotten 30 last turn, so
Yep.
you'd be 50 feet away. So yeah, if you want to get right up on top of them, you'd have to do a full move action.
Can you sprint as a bonus action?
You
Can you move and then use an action as a sprint as a rogue?
Yeah, I think so. That's
So
part
that
of
would have
your-
got you 60 last turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Although you also activated the stick last turn, so I think that was a bonus action too.
That was 2 turns ago.
Was it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, then, yeah.
It was
so-
after that we rolled initiative. So
Yeah, with your
I went
roguey
okay, so
thing.
if that's cool,
Mhm.
then I will use I'll use this turn full movement action to get up to them and see if I can't like yell in a way as I do it to sort of draw their attention a bit, and then still try to use my bonus action to hide at the end, my cunning action.
So your bonus action would be the dash. That's what
But
that
if
is.
that was last turn,
I see. Okay, so you're getting their attention, bellowing what?
leave Zay alone.
My
Like circa 2000.
Yeah.
Great. And one of them turns around. Oh, you want to roll like intimidation or performance to get their attention?
I'll roll. I'll roll I'll roll performance.
Okay.
Neither of those are great for me. That's a 6.
Yeah, one of them turns around,
Okay.
annoyed, grunting at you in infernal.
And then I still dive into a pew or whatever's nearby.
He's
Yeah.
looking around. Like, where'd that person go? Scoot.
Was the one that turned around the one I was attacking?
No, it was one of the ones that was attacking Zay.
Okay. If he's turned around, does that provide me any advantage on the attack?
We'll say yes.
Okay. So that one, if that's within 5 feet of me still.
He's engaged with Zay too anyway, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Just let me, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There's 2 engaged with Zay.
Right.
Okay. And one is now looking at Lark.
Right.
I'll take the last one that's looking at Zay.
Okay.
All right. Advantage A&A?
Yeah, I don't know what you just said, but yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Advantage.
So, 2
yeah.
rolls on the first attack. 7 was the better. So 13 on attack 1.
Hits, actually.
Okay. So
They're not wearing any armor.
that doesn't matter because I'm getting real sloshy and tired from attacking these guys because it's like swinging into a wet tire. And I rolled a 1,
man.
so that's appropriate. 4 slashing damage on
Gotcha.
on attack 1. Attack 2.
Oh, yeah.
8 and 14, so a 20, a modified 20.
Hits.
Okay, 1 more battle axe attack. That's 6, 7, 8.
8 damage. Okay. He's looking kind of beat up, but not slowed down in any way.
All right.
So, Zay, it's your turn.
So I would need some sort of antidote to get rid of this poison, as far as I know.
You don't know.
Okay.
It's like a magical poison. So you've got one demon with his back to you, one demon that Scoot's engaging, and another one kind of trailing Scoot coming towards you. They're all pretty clumped up on this red carpet.
So I'm new to Dispel Magic. Could I try Dispelling Magic on myself?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
you could. I think.
It just says choose one creature, object, or effect. Any spell of level 3 or lower ends immediately. And there's a DC check for 4 or higher.
Yeah, so you try to dispel like the poison or the burning feeling that you have. Speaking of, at your start of your turn, you take 3 fire damage. And make a Constitution save on that.
11.
Yeah, you still have it. If you try to resist it, but it lingers.
Okay.
There's a lot of demonic power in this place.
And that was me fighting off the burning?
Yes, the poison doesn't hurt you. It just gives you this cold feeling. You know it's affecting you.
Okay, I'm going to try Dispel Magic on myself.
Okay.
So any spell level 3 or lower ends, make a check versus the spell casting ability. So the difficulty is 10 plus the spell's level. Should I roll?
Roll it, yeah.
20.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you're specifically targeting like your body, at this point, yeah, you flash as you kind of focus your energy inwards and you feel your body be purged of this effect.
Okay, I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself. For what? Oh, roll half of Druid level for more than 1. But you guys can keep going if you want.
Well, that'll take us to the Bearded Devils.
Oh, okay.
So
Half my level.
one's going to keep going for you, Zay. And that's a D12.
So
say
I
use
regained
it.
7.
Okay. So one of them hits you with his glaive and whiffs with his beard. So the glaive attack is going to hit you. Ooh, oh, that's not so bad. It's a 1. For 4 damage. And you make a Constitution saving throw yet again.
14.
14 succeeds. You resist it. As the stings go wide. Scoot,
Yeah.
you are then glommed upon by 2 of them.
Cool.
The one's looking for Lark but doesn't see him, so he focuses on you instead.
You can't see him. Bring it over here, baby.
So Glaive 1 gets a 20.
Okay, that's a hit.
Glaive 2 gets a 20.
Hit.
Beard 1 gets a 13.
Miss.
And Beard 2 gets a 13 as well.
Miss.
So 2 glaive hits.
2 glaive hits.
For 6 damage and 5 damage. 11 damage. Make 2 Constitution saving throws.
So that's 3 and 3, so 6 damage because I'm raging.
Ah.
Unless it was psychic damage.
It is not. It's slashing damage.
Okay, so. All right, 2 con saving throws, you say?
Yes.
All right, number 1. I'm rocking a +6, so that's going to be 23. And a 6 would be a 12, and I'm going to add the Bardic Inspiration,
Okay.
which is another 1d8. 7.
Yeah, you resist all of this.
Suck it.
Frickin' fiery stuff is gone. Dissipates.
I look offended.
Yeah.
You're bringing that?
Right.
No.
Zace isn't gone. I just resisted getting it again.
Yes. Every time they
Okay.
hit you with it, it's like they have this magical effect with their glaives. Their blades.
To glaive.
To glaive. Ilka, it's you.
I'm gonna shatter him again. Why not?
Just a shatter machine gun.
Yeah. All up on those bearded devils. Big thundery sounds of 4, assuming they all make that Constitution.
What's the DC? Like 14? One of them fails.
Okay, the one who fails takes 8. The rest take 4.
Okay. They're all kind of like leaning towards each other to try and like square up their weak spots because they're feeling they're being surrounded right now, and there's people hitting them from range, so they're looking around trying to figure out what to neutralize first.
Good. And then I'm gonna bonus inspiration over at Zay, and this is definitely Poison Ivy
Nice.
theme song.
Lark, it's you.
All right, I jump out from hiding and sneak attack whichever one is nearest to me.
Probably the one that was looking for you.
Yeah, that's the one I try to hit.
Go for it. That's a hit.
18, okay. I'm using my rocket.
Ooh.
7, 8, 12, plus 3d6. 12, 14, 17, 22 points of damage.
Yeah, you kill that one.
With 21 points of overkill.
Nice.
No, you just stab him right through his demonic heart.
And rather than, you know what? Instead of fancy footworking away, I'm going to offhand attack with Crook's dagger.
Nice.
A lot, 26.
Mm-hmm. Hits.
And the dagger's on
Can you sneak attack twice?
the. No.
Okay.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say no, and then I'll look it up.
Yeah.
So
I think maybe you can't.
7, 9.
All right.
And wait, that crits on a 19,
Oh, jeez.
which is what I rolled. So that's actually 5, 10, 14 points of damage before the sneak attack bonus, which
Sneak attack once per turn.
Okay.
You
Gotcha.
can deal an extra.
Thank you for checking.
thanks, Scott.
So, yeah, your weapons slide through these guys like butter.
Yes.
You don't feel any of that resistance that everyone else was. So, they're weak.
Did the second guy go down too?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
But it definitely looks hurt.
Nice.
Slashed him a good one. So that takes us to Scoot.
I attack whoever I have advantage on.
So that would be the one that Lark just
Slashed.
slashed.
Yeah, shanked.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Going for that one. 2 attacks. Let's see. It's a 25 on the first attack.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
We'll allow it.
Call that 13 damage.
No. Oh, damage.
13. Yeah, I rolled a 8 on my 1d8 plus 3 plus 2.
He's on his last legs.
Well, he's got a leg left, and that upsets me. So I'm going to attack him once more. 7 would be a 13. 10 would be a 16.
Yeah.
16 is not it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do 12 damage to that one.
Yeah, and it's more the force of the attacks than like the blade itself. He doesn't have the legs to stand on anymore.
That was my goal.
And he goes down. So he's got one friend left who is roaring at you all and looks ready to fight to the end.
Well, it's a good time to stop.
Zay, it's you.
I am going to. We just have the one left, right?
Correct.
No.
Yep,
Yeah.
just the one.
Okay. I'm going to cast Moonbeam. Or it's already out there. I'm going to move it onto the creature.
Okay. So that's your action. You move it over, and then it makes a wisdom save. Did you say con?
Con
Gotcha.
saving
Thank you.
throw. Oh, wait. No. con is for if it reverts to original form.
Moonbeam, Constitution saving throw.
It is
Yep.
con. Okay, I'll just make sure to add that here because I think that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
But
So it got a 12, so I think it failed.
it did.
Yep.
Okay. 11 damage.
Yeah. And it's roaring in pain.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself again for 8.
Nice.
Do I have to roll anything for the thing I have?
Which thing?
I
Did
thought
get
you
burned again?
resisted it the last
Burn.
I thought
time.
you resisted it, yeah.
Oh, it's only a round. The burning only lasts a round.
If you resist it, you don't take any. It hurts you the
Oh.
next turn if you don't resist.
Got it. Cool.
Yep.
And Kendra, just so you know, Moonbeam's a 1d10. That was the 8 that you rolled.
You're nerfing yourself.
Nerfing yourself. That's a 10, and that's
Oh,
also a
there's
10.
Kind of like
10.
Scoot for the last 4 episodes.
Thanks. And I rolled this?
The opposite.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Thanks.
Great. You know what I'm going to be thinking about the next month? I'm going to go back 5 episodes and listen
Find
to
out.
figure out what the hell happened.
So
Legitimately
it's a little bit more
pissed.
damage or something? Or did you just re-roll
No,
it?
it's fine. I don't need to. It's fine. I feel like I rolled all right, even though I rolled the wrong die.
Yeah. Well, okay, the demon's going to go for Scoot since he's raging and just clobbered his buddy to death.
Oh, I'm raging. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Such character acting. Amazing.
Yeah. Thanks
First
for the
blade attacks.
thanks for the motivation, you prick.
I'm sorry. A 13 doesn't hit?
No.
Is it? Big whiff. And a 21
Nudges me.
with the beard. Coming in with the beard. Where's my D8?
Click, 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 click.
Gem Goblin Rocks. Okay, an 8 damage to you.
Okay, so that's 4.
Yes. And then you make a Constitution saving throw.
I feel lucky that this one was going to be higher than 3. I was wrong. It's a 1.
Oh, no.
So I believe, strictly speaking, I can choose to take the first one, which is not going to matter. I just don't want a crit fail.
Gotcha.
I take damage, or I take something.
Yeah, you feel this cold poison flowing through your veins.
Okay.
It feels like it's not getting worse. Like you immediately feel like it's kind of like it's not a permanent thing.
Okay.
It's just kind of washing through you. So it's Ilka's turn then, with the one remaining demon.
Oh, we got one left.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
You hear down the hall. There's this like clanking sound of like metal shoes, or hard shoes on the metal spiral staircase coming down to the level that you all are on.
We should go
Great.
fast.
How far am I from the fireball with the marble in it?
You haven't really moved from the far end of the hall,
Yeah.
right? So maybe like 20, 30 feet.
Looking at that fire, does it look like plain old fire?
Mm-hmm. But there's like no source, so it might be some kind of magical effect sustaining it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to the bowl of fire and use my dagger to try to knock the marble out of it without touching the fire with my hands.
So like, how does that work? Like how do you use your dagger, like from like a 10 foot diameter bowl to
Oh,
touch
10
it?
foot diameter.
Yeah, it's a big fiery bowl.
Sure, it's ranged. I'm gonna see if I can throw the dagger then and knock the marble out.
Ooh, tough one. Okay, roll it.
What could go wrong? This
Yeah.
would be great. I roll awesome all the time.
Feels like a midway
every
carnival
time.
game.
Yeah, it does.
There's a reason why I'm
What am I
letting
doing
Beth
with
use
that?
those dice.
Thank you.
They've been jacking, crushing me.
Hey, that's a 19.
nice.
19. You knock the pebble off of the pedestal, and it lands like in the bowl at the base of the bowl, still in the fire. And your dagger kind of goes wide and lodges itself in the far wall.
Is that a good dagger or a crap dagger?
It's just dagger.
Oh, perfect.
There's nothing fancy about it. This one doesn't have magic
Dagger
tricks.
number 2.
Yep.
Yep.
Metal, handle, pointy.
Yep.
So that would be your action.
Yep.
Then if you have bonus action you want to take, otherwise it's going to move to Lark.
I will hit that last guy if I can.
Hit that.
10.
10 will not hit.
Okay.
But he is surrounded, so you have advantage if you haven't rolled.
Oh,
that.
I didn't roll with advantage. Thank you very much for pointing that out. And this time it's a 15.
That'll work.
All right. Oh my god. All right, so that's going to be 9, 13, plus I get to roll again, which is 16, and then 21, 26.
26 damage.
26 damage.
Yeah. How do you want to finish this fight?
Incidentally,
violent little young adult person who's been through a lot, so understandable.
Well, it's a rapier, so
Yeah.
really it's a finesse weapon. It'll just be a stab right through the core of it.
Very efficient. And it goes down.
The surrounding 6 inches just blows out of it like a cannonball just went through.
Yeah, like a little wedge of summer sausage.
So
Didn't have to make
are
it
we
real.
closer to the stairwell or to the fire?
You're like right in between the two.
That's what I was picturing.
Yep.
So it's the three of us surrounded by 3 corpses and Beth in the chamber
Like at the edge of the fiery bowl. Yeah.
and someone approaching from above.
Yeah, you've got like 2 rounds unperturbed right now.
I'm
based on the
wondering
sound.
if we can drag these corpses to the other side and Ilka could put an illusion that the flame is just fine and everything is fine.
You have been like super noisy in the last like
Oh,
minute.
that's a fair
so
point.
there's that too.
Okay, these were not humans. These
Right.
creatures on the ground.
Right.
Is there blood-like evidence, or is it just
Yeah.
like
a lot.
We made up
Like a summer sausage.
like a summer sausage. Okay, but is there any of that anywhere else? Is there any way this could look natural?
Well, there's a lot of like blood in like weird unnatural places
Oh,
around the
perfect.
shrine. That's true.
I grab 2 corpses and just start backing up into whatever place I can possibly ditch these. And I'd like to say I'm still raging at this point.
Scoot.
Are you like slapping yourself as you go or something?
I'm just I want to grab each by the neck or whatever and just pull backwards.
Okay.
Scoot, we're going to try this. I think there's enough blood in them that it will, if not extinguish, maybe smother these flames.
Okay.
We got to put the fire out, or at least reduce it enough that I can jump in there and get the marble.
All right. Do you want me to throw the whole body or just try to
Wring it out like a sponge.
do this like I'm decorating a cake?
4, 1,000, 5, 1,000.
I grab and I just pull 2 bodies.
Yeah,
I have to get
throw
these
the
bodies out of the way.
corpses into the bowl of fire.
I guess I'm doing that. Bring them there and
So
okay.
you sprint your way down with your fast move speed.
I got 40 feet.
You can
'cause
do
I'm so
that,
fast.
and you can make it in 1 round if you grab
Okay.
them and sprint.
Yep.
They throw into the bowl and immediately incinerate, like push to ash. It takes like half a second. Like they just get scoured.
Got rid of the
from
bodies.
existence. The 2 of them. That you
That's
took.
all I
There's
wanted
one
to do.
still over there.
Well, yeah, 2 of them.
Maybe
Yeah.
they won't recognize me with my mustache.
I haven't yet. Who are you?
Does anyone have a costume?
I start running towards the 3rd body.
The fire's heat is no lessened. They just
No,
incinerated,
it just incinerated them. Yeah, pretty fast.
which is good indication I should not jump into the bowl of fire.
Or if you
Do
do,
you have
make
a
it
magic
fast.
hand? Do you have a magic hand?
I have a chill touch, which is a
Okay.
ghostly skeletal hand against another person. I don't think it'll get the marble out.
Is it clear that that's what's happening over there? They're trying to get the marble?
Yeah. So if Ilka and Lark, if you want to do something now, you have a shot. Otherwise, we'll move forward in time.
I'm gonna, now that I understand what's happening over there, I'm gonna run over to the bowl and see if I can't quickly knock the gem out with a little dinky.
Whew. Well, it's gonna be tough because it's like at the base of this big bowl. So to use a stick to get a marble out of a bowl,
I see.
you'd have to like really do an amazing job.
I'm gonna pull out my sealing wax and stick it to the end of Lil Dinky and see if he can.
Wait, isn't it full of fire?
It's full of fire. Fuck. That'd be really good sealing wax.
Just
and,
like
and you're out of dispel magic, aren't
like
you?
billiards though. If I
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll that.
Okay.
Roll
Bink
an
it.
attack roll,
This-
I guess.
Well, this sounds like dexterity if ever I've heard it.
Yeah, you can make a dexterity roll. That's fine. With proficiency, if it's using your stick that you fight with.
And we played a lot of billiards growing up, so you're probably an expert at it.
Damn, I didn't even know that. I'm the DM.
okay, it hit my finger, but I'll probably just stick with it if that's okay. So
Yeah.
that was, I rolled a 10 and then 6 on dex, although it's not dex saving throw, right? So it would actually just take my dex bonus 4. If I use proficiency, that's another 3, it'd be 17.
17's not going to cut it. You do like one little like poker shooter and or billiard shooter, and it kind of rounds the bowl and swings back. You don't quite get it straight out of the bowl. You clip it. It's hard with a fire. But Lil Dinky does not incinerate immediately.
Thank goodness. I quickly pull it back.
Yeah. At this point, down the hall, you can see framed in a beautiful golden dress, as if she just came from a ball, Amalia Cassalanter is approaching the four of you. Zay, did you want to do something quick before she like gets too close?
Amalia, a cult has infiltrated your mansion.
And she holds out a hand and casts some kind of a spell in the room immediately when she sees you, and you say that. Everybody make wisdom saves.
I did say I'm mid carrying this corpse with my eyes as wide as that dog.
21 for Zay. She's suddenly very wise.
19 on Ilka.
Wow.
17, shockingly, for Lark.
I'm gonna use luck again. So this is 2 uses, I believe. Oh shit. 9 for Scoot, which again
9.
dodges a 1.
So what'd you roll, Lark?
17.
17. Okay. You all resist except for Scoot. Scoot, you are charmed by Amalia Cassalanter when she walks in magically.
That's fine, no problem. I like her.
Because you're not raging anymore, I assume, after that round.
No, I was probably not.
Yeah.
I think I probably used up the last of my rage as dragon corpses.
So you regard her as a friendly acquaintance. Everyone else, you can see that she just ensorcelled Scoot, and she's not responding to you, Zay, when you walk in. She's just kind of gauging the situation, like ready to fight. She's like, these people are invading my home. She's like holding some kind of a wand as she casts that spell.
We should have kept the children.
Hi, Amalia.
And she looks at you, Lark, from the far end of the room as you hold your pool shooter. And she says, Osvaldo! And it like echoes like loudly, like she thaumaturges the word, Osvaldo, come! And that's what you hear. And she just waits. And so we're back in initiative now, apparently. So next, if we're going in order, it would be Lark's turn again.
Because we start over?
So it's a new combat now, new round.
You guys are in trouble.
She's at the top of the stairs?
She's at the end of the hallway, like maybe 20 feet from you.
On the ground floor? Or
Yeah, on the ground floor. 30 feet. Well, actually, sorry, you're by the bowl, so she'd be like 90 feet away from you, because she's the whole length of the altar plus towards the stairs. So she's a ways away.
Well, we almost died
You almost
last
got
time
it with the pool shooter.
Yeah,
like
I'm
if you had rolled a little bit higher.
I'm gonna try it again. I'm trying it one more time. All right, here we go. Fucking fuck. Yeah, no, it's worse this time.
Okay. And again, you can see Ilka, since you're close by, that he's struggling with this marble.
You bury it into a drain.
You gotta snake it out. You gotta. Scoot, it's your turn.
I'm charmed.
Oh, you're charmed. Yeah. So your best friend, Amalia Cassalanter, just came in the room.
Hey, Romalia. And I start.
That's Amalia. Scoot.
Amalia. Yeah, I know.
She furrows her brows.
I know her name, guys. Well, unless I'm given specific instructions, I guess I'm just.
You're not.
Then I'm just
And it's not like a command spell. It's just like you think she's your friend.
Okay, so I think she's my. So I don't have any particular influences over me at this moment.
No, you just don't want to hurt her.
Okay, so if I know what's going on behind me, if I've seen Lark take the pool cue shot a couple times, I go, "Hey, Lark, try my net," and I grab my magic net and I throw it over in that direction, and I just go back to kind of staring at Romalia a little bit.
Okay. So you got the net now. To Lark?
Yeah, I tossed in that direction. Yeah,
Because Ilka would go next in initiative order.
I know, and I thought about that, but I just don't think I'm smart enough to. I threw it in his general direction.
We are all standing together.
Except for Zay, who's close to Amalia. So,
Yeah.
Zay, it's your turn.
I turn to Scoot. Scoot, I think Osvaldo is coming with his chains if you wanted to try to get one.
My eyes opened up again. My fantasy of becoming Kratos once again coming into coming to the forefront of my mind.
Zerados.
The,
It's an awkward name.
what is the What is the floor made of?
Stone.
Stone.
Basalt. Hewn stone. It's a crypt. Or it
I
was.
would like to mold the earth and try to block as much of the hallway as I can between me and Amalia.
Okay, mold earth only works on like loose dirt, not on like hewn stone. Like that's one of the specific.
So
conditions of the
like
spell.
like if it was like a stone out in nature, it would work.
If it was like the earth out in nature, yeah.
Okay.
Or like loose dirt. But if it's like a castle or something, you can't like rejigger it.
Okay. All right.
You can write stuff on stone. Apparently, I'm reading it here.
Sure.
Like colors, shapes, or both appear on stones.
I'm going to be quiet for a moment while I figure this out.
You have the chalk cantrip.
You can cause stone to become difficult terrain. It says. So any portion of stone you can see in a 5-foot cube can become difficult terrain. You kind of just make the rocks uneven as you shift them around.
Okay.
That would be annoying way down there.
Oh, I can excavate. I can't necessarily.
Yeah, if you could see the dirt underneath the stones, you could like dig out like a pit or something. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a fun spell. I really like Mold Earth, and that's why I know that you can't use it to move. stones. I always want to.
Then it would be too powerful.
Yeah, as a cantrip, you'd be an earthbender basically.
I know. That's why I took it.
Yeah.
I'm going to thunder wave towards Amalia.
Oh damn. Okay.
With the goal of like just knocking her prone.
So it's a con save. She
Yes.
rolls. She rolls a 11. I think she fails.
Okay. Now this time I actually do want an 8. 6 damage, and she's pushed 10 feet back towards the stairwell.
Does she make like a dex save to knock it knocked, or is she
Nope.
just pushed back?
She just gets pushed back.
So she's like back through the hall, away from you now, towards the stairs.
There's an audible boom
Oh,
that
yes.
you can hear within 300 feet.
Yes. You hear the sound of footsteps coming down the stairs towards you, like behind Amalia. So,
Okay.
do you move or do you stay put?
Good point. I retreat towards my companions.
Gotcha. That takes us to Ilka, then.
I don't think the dagger is gonna knock it out this way.
We do have the net by us.
And the net is made of some kind of magic fiber that might not get burned to a crisp.
It's self-repairing. I don't know if it'll burn to a crisp or not.
I don't know either.
And I'm not, I don't know how. I mean, I guess if you threw it, well, you do
Yeah.
what you want to do. We wouldn't really discuss it here in this moment. So
Right, yep. I'm skeptical that I have anything, because even the 19 of the dagger didn't get it out.
Oh man, Thunderwave in the fountain.
Ah,
Yeah.
What a
Well, I don't think I was
Shatter
close
do it?
enough.
Yeah, would Shatter do anything to a bowl of fire?
I have to look up what Shatter does.
Could I have gotten close enough to the? I don't think I was, because the thunder wave comes out from me. So
What
I
is the
had to-
bowl made of?
Stone.
So, a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage against Shatter. But the bowl may or may not be a creature.
Yeah, I would say you might like destroy the bowl.
And then
It's hard
we'd
to
have
say.
fire everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to shatter the bowl.
nice.
See what happens.
Nice. So you just roll damage in that case. Doesn't make a save. Oh no, as a disadvantage. Sorry. I'll make a save for the bowl
Yeah, save the bowl.
because it's a magic bowl. A 10.
No good. It takes 16 thunder damage.
Okay. And like Aslan in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, you break the bowl. Who's watching the marble?
I am. I'm very focused on the marble.
Okay. And you see it kind of roll off towards the corner of the room as the bowl shatters. You hear a scream, like many screams down the hallway as it sounds like Amalia and perhaps some other humanoid peoples coming up the stairs towards you writhe in pain, like as they take psychic damage
Great.
from the bowl breaking.
Great.
Nice.
Did that break the charm on me?
Probably. Good point. Yeah. Yeah, it did.
All right, well, I'm over her. What are we doing?
At this point, from down the hallway, you see like a glowing light that gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Everyone near the bowl, make a dexterity save.
Am I near the bowl?
I think you all are at this point.
Okay. Well, yeah, we just shattered it across the room.
Yeah.
Is this an effect I can see?
Sorry, you said
You can
dexterity?
see it coming, yeah. Yep, dexterity save.
19.
13.
8.
7.
Ooh, everybody except Ilka takes 10d6 fire damage.
What?
As a massive fireball comes flying down the hallway towards you.
Fudge.
So 1 sec. 5,
Oh, you roll it, not me.
14.
You're so stunned. It's like, I'll start rolling. Tell me when to stop.
4,
Sounds like 9.
for 29 damage.
Holy
Yeah, half damage on a save, so be 15 damage.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, so for Ilka 15?
So I take 15?
Right,
And everyone else takes 29?
right.
How many people are dead?
Anybody?
Zay is not-
Me.
Yeah,
Justin is. I mean, Lark is.
Zay is.
Okay.
Zay and Lark go down?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have the marble?
Hadn't been my turn yet, so no.
So no. Okay. Well, that's going to take us to Scoot then. Well, I guess Lark, make a death save first.
10 succeeds or fails?
I think it succeeds. You had your con modifier too, if you have it.
Oh, right. Okay. So then, yeah success.
So, Scoot, it's you.
What caused the fireball?
Amalia, presumably.
Amalia,
She launched it at you.
presumably.
Came from her direction.
Okay.
How could she do that while she's writhing in pain?
Maybe it motivated her.
She's a very
All right.
Yes.
So are there only people coming to one direction, or are there now?
They're far away from you, so like all the noise is from like at least 100 feet away.
Okay. I guess I would try to stabilize somebody. I don't know if I knew anything about the marble.
You have some health potions.
Do I?
I think you do, right? From Thale?
We'll say I do.
I don't know where they went. I thought you took them.
They're probably in the bag somewhere. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would I'd get over to Lark, grab a potion, down the throat.
Okay. Lark first?
Yes. Well, no, Zay first. Now that you mention it. Yeah, Zay first.
Gotcha. So that's 2d4 plus 2 for a health potion, if it's a normal one.
Hey, that puts me at 0.
We'll say you were at 0, so it'll put you to,
Yep.
to 6. Or to 8, or whatever you rolled.
9.
9.
9. Nice. Okay. And then that's it for your turn, or are you going to move around and do anything else?
Is there any cover?
There's a ruined table, ruined bowl.
Is it flaming? Did the
statues.
spell end?
The spell ended, yes.
Okay, yeah, I would. If I still have leeway to move, I'd like to grab Lark's body and just pull it behind some kind of cover at this point.
Got it. Okay. Zay, it's your turn then. You're brought back to life by this restorative draft. How do you pronounce that word? Draft.
Potion.
Okay. I don't English.
It's
No,
weird.
Go
it's,
ahead.
British English.
Right.
So
What does that mean?
So I'm awake again, and I see Scoot
Through the flames, the wreckage of
Yes.
the fireball. Yeah.
be dragging Lark behind, and I notice that he is also, currently unconscious. So I move to him and do Balm of the Summer Court for 5. Do I see his eyes flutter open?
I mean, I you stop at 0, right? So
Oh,
yeah.
stop at 0.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna distribute 5 good berries to him and 5 to me.
Oh, thanks, Zay. How much are the good berries?
A
1
point
HP
each.
Okay. Also, the heat of the fireball is dissipating through this crumbling hole where like the cold wind was coming through. So like that's causing this kind of like vortex effect around you right now as the wind and the wreckage swirls around. Some of the tapestries are burning away and kind of fluttering as this wind starts to whip around the room. All this magical discharge.
Yeah.
Ilka, it's your turn.
Nobody's gotten the marble. Can I see it?
I think you can. Yeah, you've been tracking it. Like you haven't been smacked. You dodged the fireball blast, so you're kind of able to watch.
Cool. Where is the marble?
It's in the corner of the room, pretty close to that gap, actually. It kind of just rolled away towards a low point where it kind of starts to like veer down towards that natural cave channel.
That cave goes down?
Yeah, it kind of angles downwards. A little. Like a 20% slope or something.
Yeah, I want to get us and the marble and go down that hole and drag the crew with me.
Okay. Well, you're able to move and grab the marble and head down that ways. It looks like there's kind of an underground, like there's like a pool down there, like water, flowing water, with a little bit of current to it.
Great. That's everything, I think. That's my movement.
Yeah, so you're at the edge of that pool.
And everyone's down with me?
Well, they would have to move too. You can't just like pull them all with you.
Can't haul them down the hole.
Yeah.
Can you reiterate that for me? So she just went through basically like a gap in the wall
Yeah, like there's
towards
this big
a natural
shrine.
cavern?
Yeah, there's like a little crumbling hole in the corner of the room that this draft has been blowing through.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads to this kind of natural cavern at the corner of this huge cellar, crypt, shrine thing.
Which is
And-
only evident once you pass through it? Like, is she the only one who's seen this?
No, I think you've all been able to see it. Like it's pretty evident. It's just a
Like you
gap
can
in the
see
corner of
through
the
it?
room. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And now that you're all down there, like right next to it, like it's pretty obvious. And
Okay.
plus Ilka just ran there, so
Yeah, and
Sure.
I'm beckoning and trying
Yeah.
to get everyone to follow me.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I
that takes us to
do so.
Amalia first.
Oh, I don't do so yet.
She comes like a blur, flying, not literally flying, but just like she hasted herself, and she's like the Flash, launching herself through this hallway towards you, and she makes it pretty much right up on top of you. She's like 20 feet away or so, and she just kind of pauses there and perches kind of on a statue, like she's ready to like bounce off of it and do some kind of crazy magical assault on you. So it's Lark's turn after that. She casts haste and moves towards you.
And everybody else gets a turn before she has to go again.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like grab Zay and jump down the hole?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you go with Zay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You splash into the water.
And I yell, Scoot, come on!
Scoot, come on. And Scoot, it's your turn.
I charge towards this hole, and is it in the floor or is it in the wall?
The hole is like a kind of a wedge-shaped hole in the corner of the
In
room.
the corner of the room. Okay, so
Yeah, it
that's
leads
what I
into a
thought.
cavern with a pool.
Okay, here's what I'd like to do if at all possible. I want to charge towards there, and I want to use the shield that I have to try to smash into a wall, just clip it on my way out to see if I can cause a rock slide or some sort of rubble, so it's either harder or impossible to follow us.
Sure. Roll strength.
This is my mend earth, yes. 8 with this, it makes it 14.
Yeah, a couple rocks fall down, but it's not like a blocked passage by any means.
Okay.
It's just kind of difficult terrain.
Okay,
Like a mold earth spell.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Are we being swept away by this water? Is that
So the
or is
current
it-
picks up quickly as you swim. It's not like it immediately sweeps you away, but it seems like there's some kind of an underground river that it leads towards.
We are
This is
so
kind of
the
like an
Goonies right
off-channel
now.
pond. So everyone roll athletics now that you're in the water.
Lark's still holding on to me, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll say that unless you let go.
16 is Lark's roll.
I hold on to Lark ever more tightly with my 4.
Nice.
18.
You're more holding than swimming. That makes sense.
I also have a 4, and I'm going to cling to Scoot.
Sure. So,
Not
okay.
how it went on the Goonies at all.
You're all underwater for a good minute before you breathe again. So it's a struggle
Oh.
for everyone except for Scoot. I assume
don't
you kind of
breathe.
lead the way. Oh, Ilka doesn't breathe too. So yeah,
And,
so
yeah, I can hold my breath forever because I got that pendant on.
but yeah, you can kind of steer them through the current. It seems like you're washing westward directionally towards the ocean, and so after about a minute, you kind of surface in this cave mouth near the ocean on the west side of Waterdeep, in this area known as the Mud Flats. It's kind of just like a big swampy west coast below the walls of Waterdeep. So you just kind of like wash down some sewer leakage or a river tributary that comes out near the north wall, like the northwestern corner of Waterdeep. There's a gate on the north side and a gate maybe like 1,000 feet south of you back into the city. You cannot tell if you were followed, but you're all like super bedraggled and gasping for air, except for Scoot and Ilka. So I guess Zay and Lark. Poosh! You surface once again, just as your lungs are screaming.
Nice. We survived.
We did. Do we have the marble?
We have the
We have
marble.
the eye?
Yep.
We got the eye.
We're not dead.
Do we have time to do anything? Were we followed?
You can't tell if you're being followed or not.
Relative city map. Where are we to our dragon friend?
You're like on the north side of the city. He's down on the south end in the bay. So pretty far away.
He wouldn't hear a summons.
No.
And so is the north wall along the sea ward?
Yeah.
Which makes sense because I guess we're at the Cassalanters in the sea ward. Okay.
How
Lark,
about-
do you have the golden hoof?
I do.
Let's bring it to the watch.
I was thinking of Layrel. I mean, yeah, Layrel Silverhand.
Let's bring it to Layrel Silverhand.
I feel like the watch would throw us in prison immediately, but
Fair
Layrel
point.
at least knows. She at least knows what we're doing, kind of.
Open the door, Veronica.
Exactly. It's our password.
Oh,
Our
right.
secret code.
Yeah.
And I've got 5 silver bars.
Oh no! And you didn't leave them outside the hedge. For
I'll
the
get
kids.
there.
Okay, all
2
right.
of them are for the kids.
Oh no! Shoot.
I didn't have a great notion that we were going to get out the way we came in, so I was planning on making a trip back.
Does
I'm-
anyone have a sending stone we can call Terry?
We don't even know where Terry is, do we?
Usually, probably at the
I have a.
You have the one from Ramalia, yeah.
Yeah, I have Ramalia.
probably at the wazoo.
Yeah, you
right
want to bust
now.
it out?
I do.
Yeah, call Terry.
I'm gonna throw up minor illusion, just so we look like a floating clump of seaweed, just in case anyone's looking down and sees the 4 of us fluttering around in the water.
Good call.
We
Good call.
could probably go away from this port,
Yeah,
which was the last.
Yeah.
Then we'll look
spot
like a
we-
floating clump of seaweed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
And
sending
as
stone
the-
is very patchy. It's like we're just gonna hear this like static as you. What do you say?
Ramalia, we need to send.
Oh, Normalia or Terry?
Oh, can I don't know. In my brain, I was thinking it was only connected to one person.
It's her burner sending stone. I think you can call anyone as long as it's on the Verizon network.
Yeah, the 5Z network. We
Yeah.
heard.
Oh yeah, the
It's-
5Z network. It's
source of
really bad
drama.
reception in the mudflats, I know. So.
Yeah,
Terry, can you meet us in the mud flats?
and you hear a voice like, "What?
Terry, have you been drinking? Is it Sunday?
No, it's Fantasy Friday, baby.
Always is.
I'm at the Kooky Kobold. What are you guys doing? How can I even talk through a sending stone? I'm a horse."
Twin Portals is produced and edited by Scott Hebert. The adventure is created by our Dungeon Master Matthias Valero, and the rest of the Silver Waves of Justice are played by Kendra Carlson, Beth Brophy, and Justin Peck. I want to give a special shout out to Twin Portals fan and Discord regular Wizard Luke on finishing Grandma's Marathon last weekend. Thanks for listening to us for the first half. We will try to make episodes long enough to cover the whole thing next year. Scott Hebert is a fiscal year 2021 recipient of a Creative Support for Individuals grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board. This activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Previous support was made possible by the Arrowhead Regional Arts Council, and my sincerest thanks to those 2 boards for their support. Thank you to Leeland Campana for use of his song Avernum as our theme song. Thank you to the Renegade Theater Company, Teatro Zacconi, and Mary Fox for their support. We hope to see you in person again there soon. And thank you all so much for listening to Twin Portals. I like that our episode length is long enough for a half marathon.
Yes.
Feels
I
like
didn't
one,
think
huh?
of it that way, but yes.
Readily admitted that he just switched to Brittany.
No, it was a
partway
full
through.
marathon. Yeah,
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, right, because he finished. He listened to the episode, and that took him halfway through, and then for the second half, he switched to Brittany.
Oh, fine.
John did 22 and 23 yesterday because he drove out to Fargo.
Nice.
You can get to Fargo.
Yeah.
On 2 episodes.
Load
two episodes.
2 wrecking balls into the back of my Kia and then start driving back.
Oh.
What? What? You're just
I'm-
going to drop that in the conversation
I am
and not
so
say
sick of
anything
hearing
else
this
about
story. I've heard 4 people tell this exact same story.
Sorry, I missed it. What? I was reading.